from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial Ballistix.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucial. And our apparel partners are none other than 656. It's going to be your boy Aggressive once again into the fray, into the analyst desk. And it's going to be Universe on my right side, and it's going to be the bouncing baby boy himself, Quaint, on my left. Welcome back. It's going to be another segment for the Tec Gauntlet. And the first initial game of today was not as what we would have hoped for. We wanted a lot more from the side of ENIGMA, but it just did not happen. Let's head on down over onto today's fixture to see exactly what I'm talking about. Velocity versus ENIGMA. It was not the thing that we wanted. We wanted a lot more, but ENIGMA, in a way, they had that opportunity to try and test themselves with this new roster against the big dogs of our region. And in that sense, Velocity, they took them down, yes, but I'm really hoping that ENIGMA were able to take that as a lesson moving on down forward to come back even stronger down the line. But now it's going to be the 8 p.m. game. And Quaint, I'm going to ask you right off the get-go. Godparticles versus Team Valor. As soon as I see the name of Godparticles, it just brings back so many memories. Yeah, it brings back so many memories. And to have them back again under this banner, I'm just really excited for this. So let's head on down over towards the standings. And as we talk more about the teams here, Team Valor and Godparticles, I want your thoughts, my man. Just start it off from the very top.
And Team Valor versus Godparticles. Now they're teams with almost the same roster. There are a few changes here and there. So we've seen them go up against each other, and it's always an entertaining match. But Team Valor, they have set their name up there in stone. They're really good at what they do. But then Team Godparticles, yes, it kind of brings back a little bit of that nostalgia, but I'm pretty sure there has been a few changes here and there, which we're going to be getting into later. So I don't know how much it's going to be, affecting their overall gameplay, but it's going to be something exciting because every season, whenever we come back, whether it started off in season 1, then season 2, there were so many changes and it was really hype for it. And then again in season 3, it's not only new teams that are coming in, it's the old teams coming with either new names, new personas, new teams, new players, and it's always just interesting because you never know what to expect. You see the old team name and you're like, okay, cool. I know how this team plays. I know how they're going to be playing against this team, but little do you know that it's never going to be the way you think it is going to be.
Yeah, that's the thing. Both of these teams, in a way, they're not really unknown quantities, but at the same time, they are going to be unknown quantities because Team Valor versus Godparticles. Godparticles, they also had a roster shuffle, and Team Valor, they also had their own roster shuffle with a couple of new additions to their side. Now, how will these new additions actually play? Will it shift the meta of the teams entirely? Are we going to be seeing a completely different face? That's going to be the real question. And as we are considering all of this, hey, we don't need to hold on for long. Let's head on down over towards the team profile for the side of Godparticles, ladies and gentlemen. And Universe, I'm going to give you the spotlight because back when they were under the Force One banner, we always used to talk about the 3 members of the side of Force One: Shivy, Scargod, and Nitro. They're absolute beasts, but now with the addition of Logista and Ember, I do think that maybe this roster could be taken a brand new height.
I mean, it is a possibility. It's more young-blooded now. We've got Ember and Logista who've been, proving themselves individually. They have been, players that we've seen before. Logista in particular in the last season of the Tec Gauntlet was a pretty good player, and now he's teamed up with some of the big stars of Force One, X-Force One rather. Scargod's been pretty amazing as a controller. We know Knight Rider is just amazing when he plays that Jet. And Shivy, well, he's got that big brain, Sova, Sky, Main, Breach, whatever it is. Initiator is his name. This is a team of really dynamic people that when they've come together now, and I'm pretty sure that they have a bit of practice. I just want to see how it all turns out for them because it'll be really interesting.
When this roster in particular, I'm really interested to see how Logista and Ember are going to be playing it out. Logista as a team, as a team player, he's absolutely incredible. I remember seeing his plays throughout a lot of the other smaller scale tournaments, and he has showcased his skill to be a really good player in the thickest of the thins, but at the same time, he has a little bit of trouble adjusting to a squad. And in this sense, will he be able to adjust to the literal relationship that Shivy, Knight Rider, and Scargot have built over the years that they have played together? Like, there isn't a single roster that I haven't seen them, all three of them together play. So in that sense, will Logista be able to fit himself in and be that last missing piece of the puzzle that they need to push themselves to the greater heights? Will be the real question for Godparticles, because in a way, that's one of the biggest flaws here. We know for a fact that the three members of Godparticles, the three brothers as we call them, they know what to do with one another, but the other members, they need to know how to adjust to the playstyles as well, or even the three brothers need to adjust to the playstyles of the others. Hopefully Godparticle can do this, because today they're going to be going up against the side of Team Valor, and this is no easy feat. So let's head on down over onto their team intro and see exactly what they're going to be cooking up for us. As Quain's taking a little bit of a sip of that Red Bull, hey, make sure to get your own can as well by scanning the QR code down below. And Quain, as we were talking about you, talk us right through this roster, because Team Valor, they had their own shift in roster, but in a way, it's just JN coming on down in. And I believe that JN
pretty much
had that extra little bit of firepower that they need.
And it's not just JN, there's Pasha too. Like when Pasha plays that Jet, he's there to make the audience just go wow. And it's the entire team as a unit. That is why they stand up to that name, Team Valor. That's exactly what they're all about. And they just go out there in the field and they just frag like it's nobody's business. And that is what I love about them, and nothing about that has changed. Yes, there have been maybe very few minor changes, but over here, they're still standing strong. They're liking the team that they've had so far. They're going to be sticking with it. And honestly, that's going to make, it's just going to be better for them. It's going to give them more time to stabilize whatever they've had. And it gives them more time to like put that into stone, put that into concrete, and just get used to the way they all play. And that's exactly what we were talking about, right? So many of these teams have come in with new rosters, new players have like shifted out, more players have come in, and that is what keeps things interesting, because you may never know how quickly one is going to be adapting to that. So for Team Valor, so far, it's going to be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's going to be pretty easy. And right now, I'm kind of putting my money on Team Valor just because of that experience that they have. And the fact that Jay and Pasha Sahil together, they're an amazing duelist duo.
But at the same time, you really are going to question, what is Buster going to play? Because JN, we know him to be a player that always picks up that Jet. Pasha is always a player that always picks up that Jet. And Buster is a person who picks up a Phoenix and a Raze most of the time. Now with the dynamics being shifted like this and so many duelist players being on the roster, I have a bad feeling that this could create a little bit of confrontation. Even Bullet, he used to be one of the Jet players. Sometimes he's the one swapping over to that Jet. Now the thing is, you have 4 players who usually play the duelist, and Hunter's the old dog who always plays that solo. Like, there is no situation, and I don't want him on that solo. So in that sense, Team Valor, they just be falling into a loop where they don't really know what characters they really want to pick, what agents they want to pick up. That will be a problem moving on down the line, but it really is map dependent now, is it not, ladies and gentlemen? So let's head on down over to the map veto screen and see exactly what these teams have picked up for us. And Universe, I'm going to be handing over the mic to you this time, my buddy. I feel like when we consider the maps from start and up till the very end, Bind being the first initial pickup is not really a surprise. This is Team Valor's best map. This is the map where they're going to be the most comfortable in. And now that they're here, what kind of composition are we expecting? Because now there's no Pixels. Pixels is one of those players that we always highlight every single time whenever we talk about Bind and his Viper. Now without him, will there be a gaping hole in the defense of Team Valor is the real question.
I looking at the map pool, I would probably say that this is Valor's one to lose. We know they've been pretty great on Bind. That's a map that you really don't want to challenge them on. I mean, I would have expected Godparticles to probably ban that one, but it looks like they're confident by letting Valor pick what they want because they've gone with Split, and we know, Force One were a team which had a pretty good time on Split. And it looks like the trifecta of brothers, like we mentioned earlier, going for that split pick again, along with Logista and Ember. This time, we also have Hoax in the mix, so we can't really forget him. He also might be playing today. And to end it with Haven, again, a map that I think, is going to be heavily contested. Godparticles are just as good, I believe. Valor might have more experience, and Godparticles have recently formed up, but it's still something that I would believe, I would want to say, individuality might just play a huge role over here for Godparticles. The brilliance of Knight Rider or Shivy or Scarguard or Logista or any of the players for that matter could come into play to try and, get them over the edge where they don't see a way out. So map pool, really, I'm interested. I like to see the first two. At least the third one, we're not sure if we're going to see it, but it looks like we might just see it depending on, the way that these guys play.
It's going to be an interesting one for sure. Both of these squads, they have the potential, they have the manpower, they have the firepower as well. But considering the map pickups you're going, do you have any more thoughts to add onto Universe, or do you completely agree with this statement?
I completely agree. And on top of that, Team Valor going for Bind is such an obvious pick because Bind is probably the only map that doesn't have a midsection, which means it allows you to go around the sites really fast. You can go for super fast rotates, super fast retakes, and before you know it, your duelists are going to be playing their key roles. And considering how Team Valor, this is exactly what we talked about. We have 3 players who prefer to pick up the duelist role, so you kind of tend to gravitate towards the fact that they're going to be way more aggressive than the other team. And if that is what they're going to be going in with, if that is the playstyle that they're going to be playing with, I think Bind is completely perfect for them. Because imagine 3 duelists, okay, not precisely 3 duelists, but 3 players who play primarily as duelists, going in, rushing at a site, and just being like a SWAT unit and putting up proper crossfires, looking at the right place, and just holding sites amazingly. Or when they're pushing, you just clear it out of the corners. They're not going to be leaving any stone unturned. They're going to be rushing in, getting the kills, getting the plant down, and they're just going to be holding onto the site. So Bind as a map pick for Team Valor is just perfect. For Godparticles, just deciding, judging based off of the map pickup, the fact that it is split, I'm feeling like they're going to be playing more decisively, more passive. And that goes to show, you have Shivy and Scargod on the same team. These 2 guys are known for the 200 IQ plays. Honestly, Shivy with that Sova is just insane because in spite of having that informational character and in spite of having to use his arrows and his guns at the same time, this guy can maintain to stay on his toes and maintain to take proper account of whatever is happening around him, and he never lets his guard down. And the same thing goes for Scargod. Even when he's playing Viper, because that is honestly my favorite character when Scargod's playing it. Because in my opinion, I don't think that anybody can embody Viper other than Scargod. Because that guy, whenever he pops that Viper spit, somebody's gonna die. There's gonna be havoc. That it's gonna be absolute pandemonium. So all in all, they went in for their honestly favorable map picks, but the decider, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a decider action coming in. I feel like that is where the spicy stuff is going to be coming out.
Yeah, with all of the roster additions, and of course, just as you put it in, the controllers having their own game plan in mind. The real question is going to be the controller player for the side of Team Valor. We know for a fact that Scargod's going to be that for Godparticles. And in a sense, I would say that we're currently in a controller-based meta, where the controllers are the one who sets the pace for every single one of the different engagements that we do find, if and only if you're not going in for a double initiator composition, because Bind has 2 separate compositions, being the double initiator and being the double controller. Let's see what we're going to get picked up here. And I'm going to be sending these 2 down over towards the caster desk. I know back at home, you guys are all getting antsy. You want the game to start already. So we're going to be heading on down over onto that. And we'll be back with it real shortly with the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucials. And our apparel partner is none other than 656 after a short word from our sponsors.
the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial Ballistix.
Well,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucial and apparel partner 656. It's been a hell of a day today. The first match was Velocity giving the side of ENIGMA a complete and utter bashing with a 2-0 victory. Are we going to see something like that right now is what we're all here to watch, right? And we've got Godparticles going up against the side of Valor. One team which we know has got the experience to make it through to the top tier of Valorant in this region, while the other has got potential, but we're going to have to see it firsthand right now. Quinn, what do you think?
I'm not really sure. That's the thing, right? That 1-2 changes that you've got on the side of Godparticles, that is what makes the majority of the difference. And let's just see how they're going to be coping up with all of that, because I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a doozy for them. And at least for the first map, or maybe the first few rounds even, is this going to be a little bit more hard for them to like cope up with their, new roster? And for me, at least, I feel like Team Valor is going to be winning out the map of Bind It Clean. But for the second two, I'm not really sure. I feel like it may go over towards Team Valor, or if it doesn't, it might be a 2-1 with Team Valor winning it out. What do you think?
We're gonna have to wait and find out, to be honest. I really have no idea. I think Valor could really check this one, in every single box, but it's gonna be a difficult one for them too, because considering the fact that we've got such great players on the side of Godparticles, they've had their history, and the chemistry is not something that's gonna be missing. It's just a little bit, communication that they need to put into place, and they're gonna be good to go. We're going to have to wait and see how exactly it all is going to turn out. But, looking at the map selection again, I still have no idea. I would say split I really think we might just see Haven, because Bind, I have almost an 80%, belief that it's going to be going to Valor. Godparticles, on the other hand, I have an 80% belief that they'll take split. I don't know what's going to happen. The tables could turn any time, but I feel like Haven is definitely on the cards.
Because we've had that before, right? We've had our predictions being laid down on the table, and then like at the last moment, these teams just betray us, and they just come up with like the opposite of our prediction. So we may never know. You're right, but yeah, I'm gonna side with you over here. I feel like Team Valor might completely win out Bind, and for split, I feel like Godparticles is gonna be winning it out. But Haven, I feel like Team Valor is going to be a little bit more comfy on the map of Haven, just because it's a little more attacker-sided. They're going to be a little more aggressive. But the only problem is that is the one thing that people mistake Haven for. They think that since it's going to be a little more of an aggressive map, even on the defense, they start aggressing a bit too much. And I feel like it's just going to be a little bit hard for Team Valor to like hold their own horses back in, and they're going to feel like rushing in, flanking every time, and that might be their downfall. But like you said, communication is key. If that is going to be tight, I feel like Team Valor is going to be having no problem winning this matchup out.
Yeah, I think you might just be right, Quaid. Valor, they do have experience. They do have players that know how to play at this level. And they've played against these players before, by the way. They know how Scar God functions. They know how, Knight Rider functions. They know every one of these players pretty much, I think, except for Ember. But yeah, it's about having a little bit more of a, grounded seating, I would want to say, to try and keep your playbook as normally as you've possibly kept it for, so long. They wait, they play the patience game, they play the information game, they hold on to their teammates are covering them, they wait till the opponents make a mistake. It's a lot of things that go into variables for this team, which they feel like they have in control most of the time, right? It's like that math teacher, that just, they know everything, but they'll wait for you to make a mistake even before, even when they know you're making a mistake. They won't say anything. They wait for you to make it, then they'll teach it to you. Like, son, this is how you do it. And that's what Valor are. Experience counts. And Godparticles, well, they might be a bunch of young guns, but their guns are pretty strong. I gotta tell you that. So it's going a little up and down for me over here. I really have no idea who's gonna win. I don't think anybody, who might have an idea. I think that, obviously there's going to be Valor fans saying that they will win. Godparticles, who, remember the team from way back when, will also say that they will win. But I don't know, Quaint. I mean, map 3, I think it's going to go down to map 3. And when it does go to map 3, Haven is something that I think, is favoring 3 players. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see how it all turns out. But we're going to take a short break now, ladies and gentlemen, before the players are taking care of themselves, getting into the servers. And we're going to be back in just a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back into the game. We had a short little break as the players have been loaded into the lobbies, and here we go. We've got them locking in their agents already. As we can see, Godparticles, they've gone in for their double initiator and double controller. Okay, no Brimstone. It's gonna be actually an Astra, which is not a usual sight on Bind, to be honest. We see that Brimstone Viper combo come in pretty much most of the time. But they are going for that double initiator, double controller setup where Viper is acting like a pseudo sentinel, as we all know her to be. Whereas on the other side of things, we've got Team Valor letting JN and Buster go at it. We've got a Pasha Sahil with the Astra pick. Okay, Bullet with the Viper. All right, this is going a little bit haywire here, ladies and gentlemen. We usually, we used to see Pixels play that Viper, and we know how good he was on it. That guy, Pixels, was just an absolute beast. But he isn't here now, so Bullet has to fill in his shoes. As JN has taken over the spearhead role for the team. We're going to go straight into this with a lot of differences coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Single initiator, dual duelist on one side. On the other side of things, we've got a dual initiator, dual controller. So A lot of things to be considered by both these sides over here. Surprises, maybe? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Valor usually go for that race pick, but the thing about this is there's an Astra in play, and that could be a bit of a difference maker for the side of Godparticles or for the side of Valor. Who knows who that Astra is gonna help? We're gonna have to wait and see.
Exactly, and I kind of want to normalize the fact that you don't see a lot of Astra picks on the map of Bind. It's always like you said, it's always a Brimstone or it's always the Omen. But I really want to normalize Astra picks on the map of Bind because I really feel like if you master the character of Astra, you can play any map, and it's just gonna give you that slight advantage. Because Astra, in my opinion, if you can master that one character, that is one of the most crucial, kind of like the pillars of the team, if you will. But let's just see how these guys are going to be playing around with that Astra, because Pasha Style, for once, is going to be picking up that Astra, and that is not something that I've seen ever before, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for you, because we're used to seeing Pasha Style go in with that jet, like, just dash in and get kills left, right, and center, but him playing that Astra is just going to be a really interesting take on things. And at the same time, we got Ember with that Astra on the attack side, so let's just see how things pan out. But look at this. Off the bat, everybody's playing it much slower. The Viper wall has already gone off. It looks like it's going to be an A take, but nobody's taking any chances. Although it's a pistol round, nobody's giving any heads. Nobody's taking any chances at all. They're just pricking and prodding here and there. They're just trying to see where the cake is well done and finding the best spot that they can to fill in. So Valor, off the bat, is not... This kind of take is not something that I was expecting at all, Universe. I was really expecting them to go in. I guess they don't even have to get... Oh, wow, what a positioning by Scar. Gets one kill, tries to get the second, but no Hunter is going to be shutting him down. That flank was just godlike, but he did manage to get one, but was it worth it, Universe?
I mean, it was worth it for the moment, I feel. Oaks has made his way on towards the B side, but he's not going to be able to capitalize on anything in terms of kills. Bullet gets one, though, and Ember... Although he's hearing all of that, here's the shock dart. Hunter's not going to be affected by it. Gonna be Ember left with Hoax to try and pull it out. The two members of Godparticles. Oh no, that's
one enemy remaining.
Yeah, Bullet's been pretty great this round. Buster to clean it up, and Valor, pretty much, textbook from them. What I expected. Held down their ground, played slow, walked across the entire map to let the fact settle in that, you know what, Godparticles, you have no idea what we're doing. You're just gonna have to wait and just look at us, listen to us until the last moment. And they pulled it out, pistol, pretty easy. Only one casualty, so they're gonna be happy with that. But Bullet, he's got 3 kills, so he's pulled in the Vandal already. So a little bit of a aggressive play here in terms of boiling down your economy, because if he gives that away, it could be a problem. But hey. Okay, Jayan just walks right in through the wall of Viper, blows one head. Logista can't do anything. Ember, back aside, needs to find 1 kill at least, but he's been spotted out. Too many bullets being sprayed across his body. Nothing he can do. The burst isn't gonna work for Hoax either, and Knight Rider's been left all alone with his buddy. Skargod. Oh, Skargod actually finds one coming on the backstab, but that's all he's going to get. Knight Rider's down at 22 HP and towards heaven. And he might just find a bullet in the spam. Yes, he will. It's going to be Pasha Style to take him down. Another round for Valor, and pretty much, what we expected. And now here comes the real test point, because now the buy round comes in. And this is going to be a lot more of a interesting matter.
It is, but I feel like just judging based off the first 2 rounds that we see, I feel like Team Valor is going to be having a really good time on the map of Ban. Like, I really thought that they were going to be going in for a really aggressive push. They were going to be rushing in and getting the kills like everywhere. But Team Valor, they're coming in with a style that I didn't really expect. And I was judging that based off of the players that are playing. But in spite of their usual roles, they've just adapted so well. And it just goes to show the amount of practice they put in is really showing in their gameplay right now. Look at this. Right now, they're not going to be going in for the usual A-take. They know that the opponents have guns and that close range fights are going to be better for their lives, so to speak. So they're going to be going into their Spectres and they're going to be going in for a B-take. Let's just hope that it's going to be working out for them, and they have to be going in together to get those kills. Buster off the bat. Amazing cane shells over there, but he gets taken out by Skargod. Beautiful kill. That is going to be the first kill off the round, and that is going to be the kill that sets the pace of the round, because we got to understand this. The guns are obviously going to be better on the defense side. So it's going to be that much harder for the side of Team Valor to push in. Because they can't just push in willy-nilly and get kills left, right, and center. Because they are still working with Spectres, and it's not working out for them. They're just getting taken out. Nitro picks up a kill. Skyguard picks up a second, but that's all he's going to be able to do. Because then Team Valor is going to be coming in and picking up that kill too. But it's a 1v3 right now. The synchronization of the timing seems to be just a teensy bit off on the end of Team Valor. For the first 2 rounds, it was beautiful. It was perfect. But right now, the guns just gave Team Godparticles that little bit extra confidence that they needed to like, honestly push back Team Valor.
Yeah, Enter. Can't do much, so he's looking for whatever he can, waiting for somebody to peek out from that angle right there towards defender side spawn. Jumps in, but actually jumps into the crosshairs of the Knight Rider. It's going to be a 3rd kill for him of the round, and Godparticles going nowhere. We've got round number 1 for them coming up on the board, ladies and gentlemen. They look pretty calm and composed, but this is still the early stages of the map, so you can't afford to be a little, you know, complacent, but not too much. Just you gotta feel the game, that's for sure. But if you just let it slip by you too much, then that's gonna be a problem.
Exactly. And so far, the defense looks to me like to be decent because Team Valor, they're not going in for anything crazy, and as they shouldn't be. But look at this Knight Rider. Speaking of crazy, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna be pushing and maybe I'll get a kill, and he does manage to pick up a kill, but he shouldn't be over exiting because he might get taken now. Pasha Style is right around the corner, and we all know how good his aim is, but we cannot count out Knight Rider as well because his aim is equivalent to that of but right now Knight Rider is gonna be seeing him first, takes him out. And Valor, they've been pushed back. They're not understanding what they have to do because they haven't even pushed in, but instead it was Knight Rider pushing in and getting 2 kills off the bat. So already the attackers have been whittled down to just 3 players, and with 3 players going in on the map of Bind is not an easy task unless you have the utilities. And right now they do not have the economy to have the proper utilities, so I don't really think that a push is going to be that possible at Universe.
Yeah, he's got too much in front of him, Bullet. The Vol as well being really annoying at this point. Hoax though might just find the information, and he will. He knows there's 1 player there. He does not know that JN is right. Oh, now he knows. JN has to dash into the back of that, goes for the plan immediately. But he's going to be denied by Logista. Logista finds him pretty easily. Bullet goes down, and Valor are being torn apart here. Beautiful hold from the side of Godparticles, and they're playing Valor at their own game. The patience from the side of Godparticles was actually pretty damn good. They held on. They did not push in. They did not give in any sort of, you know, forward play. They just let the side of Valor come into them so that they could find their heads, and absolutely beautiful. The only person who did make a difference was Knight Rider, and that's all they needed. He got 2 kills early on, and pretty great from the side of Godparticles.
Honestly, Universe, I feel like Pasha Style is that just not that ready for the, you know, Astra, because it's not working out that great for him. He's not being able to put down his smokes. He's not remembering, and it's not his fault. He needs a little bit more practice and he's just been suddenly put into the roles of the Sentinel, and that's not an easy shoe to fill, and it's just not working out for him right now, and he has to be putting up the smokes more often. It's not working out. Logi, however, he learned from his previous mistakes, and he's getting those smokes down. He's getting the kills, and Knight Rider over here too has taken out Buster, but Pasha is just going to be giving an instant hop back. But it's not going to matter much because the player advantage is still in the hands of the defenders. Logi over here looking to get a kill on JN. JN already heavily tagged, just working around with the Sheriff. It's a 1v1 right now, and nobody's coming in to back up Logi because they know that he has a Vandal and he has the advantage. And yet again, even on the 5th round Universe, the advantage still lies with the defense. It still lies with Godparticles, and they're just better suited, and their lineup, in my opinion, was just better because right now, Valor, they're not used to the roles that they're playing.
Yeah, they need to find a groove around this. Logista, though, towards U-Haul. He's got support in the form of Ember. Needs to be careful because all the players off Valor are pushing in. It is a 3v4, and they need to be careful. Even though it's an eco, look at the amount of discipline they're giving. You know, the amount of respect that's being given to the side of Valor. They know how good they are, and they're just letting it happen as it goes. Logista finds 1. Scarguard gonna come in the backstep and get another, and Pasha Sahil, there's nothing you can do. Time is being boiled out almost every single round here, Queen, and I really like how these guys have switched up their gameplay. I remember watching these guys on Force 1, Knight Rider, Scar God, and they used to be so out and out aggressive. They used to be in your face. They used to go for these aggressive maneuvers. But here, it's all about holding. It's all about control. It doesn't even matter that they've given away the site. They will let their opponent take it and then let them come to this point where, you know, the opponents get annoyed by why aren't they pushing us, and then they'll attack.
You know what I love about this new roster? The fact that Knight Rider is the only person who used to like go in for aggressive plays. Scar God, yes, he's going in for flanks too, but he's used to the Sentinel. He's used to the Viper. He's used to the more, you know, big brain sort of gameplays and the big brain characters. But he's gone in for Sky, which is an initiator, and you have to take a lot more duels. And the fact that they're playing more passively is just working out for them beautifully.
Toxins going up.
Yeah, that is true. For now, Scar God is going to be the point of contact. Does not get detected, but these Seekers will detect his enemies. Buster escapes it somehow, but he will get taken out by the Seekers that allow Scar God to find one kill. And he's still alive somehow, Scar God. Pasha Style needs to make short work of him, but here comes Ember across that smoke. Finds the first kill. JN gets one head, dashes away, not gonna be enough. Bullets spamming down for the life of Scar God, but it's gonna be JN to get it. 2v2, pretty much doable. What they don't know though, Scar God on the backstab. He's gonna get an easy peasy kill. JN still afraid of the fact that somebody could be coming in from the defender side spawn. What he's unaware of is that Logista's here along with him.
Last player standing.
And there it is.
Team Ace.
Trade comes in, perfect timing. JN completely unaware of the fact that there was both of them towards Hookah. And it's gonna be another round for Godparticles, and I love it. They're building up the pace over here for themselves, and they are dictating this game so far. Last 4 rounds have gone their way, not given a single chance for the side of Valor to retaliate. Ecos have been coming and going for the side of Valor, and the oldies are getting it handed to so far.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the new lineup for Godparticles is just working out for them beautifully, and they've just like sunk into the characters that they've been handed over. And honestly, even as an initiator, yes, you're supposed to go in for really aggressive plays, but it doesn't work out all the time. Look at that JN! With his Jet character goes in for a dash, just tries to get the initial pick, but it doesn't work out for them, but for him, because that Viper Spit, he just covered most of the view, and when he went in for that kill, there was nobody to back him up. But look at this, Knight Rider on the flank, waiting for that flank to come in from Valor, pushes deep into enemy lines, gets that kill, and runs all the way back, which is the wiser thing to do, Universe, because now they've got the player advantage, and they do not want to be losing it, because once you overextend and they give away a few more heads, it's never going to work out. But look at this. Knight Rider just around the corner. He has no idea that Buster has pushed in, and if a backstab comes in for Buster all the way from B-side, Knight Rider is for sure going to be going down and losing the operator. But right now, Team Valor, again, confused as all hell. Don't really know what to do. That Viper's Pit is blocking short entirely. They have the option of pushing into showers, but they have to push in together. But they're more onto the verge of breaking into B-side, but that again is heavily guarded, and it's going to be super hard for them to push into. Hoax is going to be putting his knowledge drone to get out a little bit more information. Now he also knows that the guns in the hands of the attackers is not that great, except on Hunter, which is something that they didn't expect. And Hunter comes in with a 3K. Knight Rider just caught sleeping. Universe, that is just F.
Why was he standing out in the open? He knew there's somebody coming from B long. He knew that there's players in Hook as well, but that is not the ideal position to stay in, my friend. Now he's put his team in a 3v2 where the two are on the side of the retake and make that 2v2. Ember swings out and finds a head so easily almost. Looks too good for him. Oh, Hunter with the operator, not a weapon that we're seeing usually on. And he's gonna get taken out by Logista. Pasha Sahil needs to get the first kill. Praying for the second. Ember, he's gonna get it. He defused it half as well. So it's gonna be pretty easy for him. Another round for the side of Godparticles and another operator saved. Hunter with that weapon, I don't really know why he shifted onto the operator when he had a perfectly good Vandal in his hands.
On top of that, I'm not really sure what Knight Rider was like way up there out in open lanes, just waiting for somebody to come in and take him down, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know why he was out in the open, but
yeah.
Hey, it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still worked out, so that's a good thing. Now in the 5v2, 5-2 scoreline up for the side of the defenders. I think a pretty good bind map so far, at least. Will it be turned around is the question, though. Knight Rider this time chooses to go against his decision of peeking aggressively towards hookah. Goes back to site. Valor, they spread themselves across a bit. Bullet in his usual space towards showers, completely blocked off by the wiper wall as well as the nebula. Knight Rider, he sees one and he's been spotted out as well. There's an immediate smoke that comes in to try and get that teammate out of there, but nobody actually moves in. And Knight Rider's not buying this. Buster could be busted out of this spot, but Knight Rider, he cleans himself up, goes away. JN not looking in the right direction. He thought he could find the Sova off guard, but that's not gonna happen. Hoax, he has support, and he has pretty good of it. And Knight Rider, that perfect placement of the smoke, one way almost for him. He knew that somebody's gonna peek out from the other side, and he will get that kill. Hoax is right around the corner. We even have Scargod covering up towards B long, and he's so deep that there's nothing Valor can do. Even if they try to rotate, they've got Scargod waiting right over there, and he's gonna blow ahead pretty easy.
Down B.
Honestly, Universe, I feel really bad for Team Valor because Pasha Sahil has picked up a role that is really hard to do. And he's not being able to pull it off that well because he's just not putting down any smokes. He's just waiting for pushes coming in, and there are not going to be any pushes because it's honestly Godparticles we were talking about. And considering the names that we were seeing so far, they're just not going to be risking it. They know how good Team Valor can be, and they're just not going to risk it. They're just going to wait for Team Valor to come in, and we're not going to be using our smokes to take proper executes, especially on the map of Bind. It's never going to work out for you. And Pasha, he's not being able to do that. He's not remembering that you have to put down smokes, and it's okay. It takes some time to get used to Astra, but right now it's not looking good for them at all. And if this is going to be continuing, I feel like if our predictions are just, or at least my prediction is going to be coming wrong, and I feel like it might be an easy 2-0, or at least a 2-0 for the side of Team Godparticles.
So right now, though, Pasha Sahil getting the first advantage for his team in a long time. As the opponent tried to go in a little bit aggressive, Scargod got punished for it. Now Valor have an avenue to work with. They know there's going to be no flashes available, so they can rest easy with their eyes looking in the right direction and not having to worry about it being burnt up. As Valor moving in towards the B side, here comes the party from Buster. He's not gonna find a kill, but he's cleared out one angle, and this time he takes him out. Ember looking for more, but he's got too many angles to look at. Hunter makes short work of him, puts him out of his misery. It's gonna be a 3v4 retake as the plan goes down, and Valor finally have a say in the working of things right now. But Logista immediately comes in and makes it an even square line.
Exactly, and it looks to me like the retake is not going to be that hard for Team Godparticles at all because they know what's up. And Valor, they have nowhere to run. They're in cubes. There are two players in cubes, and scratch that, make that one. Nighthunter gets one, but it's going to be Team Valor fighting back too. They're getting the kills. Logista is going to be spraying down cubes. Gets a lot of HP out of it, but it's not going to be enough. He gets one strike zone for the other. Amazing attempt, but it's just not going to be enough. He tries, but he just comes up a little bit short because JN and that crossfire coming in from their side was just beautiful. But more of this is exactly what we have to see, Universe, because right now Team Valor, they've lost their momentum, and if that momentum is not going to be coming up, if they're not going to understand that the communication is not coming through that well and the astral smokes are not coming in properly, which, by the way, in my opinion, was why they won out the last round, because finally I saw some astral smokes coming in. I saw Pasha Sahil put down the smokes, and they just went in. They went in with a purpose, and they came out alive. They came out with that purpose, properly fulfilled. But we had to see more of that. If that's not going to be coming through, Pasha Sahil is not going to be remembering that. It's just going to be game over for them. Look at that. Knight Rider gets a pick, gets a kill. That's all he needs. Is going to be dashing in. Logi tries to get the second one too, but it's not going to be working out. JN is just too quick for him. Gets that kill. Knight Rider caught off guard because A side has been pushed in. The backup has to be coming in from side of the defense, but it hasn't so far. He has to be playing the waiting game, but it's not going to be enough. JN pushes and gets the kill. Ember right around the corner thinks he has the upper hand, but little does he know the Hunter. He was pushing in too with all the information in the world, and Spike has already been planted, and the player advantage is in the hand of the attackers. But any moment right now, it could just all switch over because the health is still there on Scargod and his buddy, but he didn't know that JN is going to be coming into the flank. and he gets instantly taken down. It's all up to Hoax right now. I don't really think it's going to be possible for him. He gets one kill, but he looks away at the wrong time, thinking that short is completely cleared, or thinking that showers is going to be pushed, because honestly, that would have been the wiser choice, but no. That's just not going to be happening this time around. 6-4 scoreline universe, which is pretty decent. I feel Team Valor is making a little bit of a comeback right now. They're understanding the groove. They're, working around with the Kings, and they're understanding where they're going wrong. And finally, I'm seeing something looking up for Team Valor. And I feel like on the defense, though, if they put up a pretty good scoreline on the attack side, at least on the defense, it's just going to be that much easier for them.
Yeah, but the half is already looking like it's going to be settling to 6-6, if not anything else. As Logista pops in the Viper's pit, but it's going to find no attraction because all the tourists from the side of the attackers, Valor, are towards B. B-Long in particular, where they've got 4 players and they're rushing straight in. Here comes the Hunter's Fury from the opposite. Gargot in this smoke is going to cause a lot of problems, and Hoax actually finds 2.
What?
Gargot! What? He's not going to be able to find anything, but he still gives damage enough. His Seekers are good enough, and it's going to be Hoax to get a 4th. How the hell did that happen? What? I don't even know what I just saw on my screen.
Honestly, that guy came in, Hunter's Fury pops it, gets 2 kills, comes in, gets a third, and then just out of nowhere, he just materializes. He just appears and gets a 4th. Like, how did that even go down?
I don't know. I have no idea whatsoever.
Like a few rounds before, I was just wondering what Hoax is up to. Like he's getting his information, he's helping his teammates out, but he's not making that much of an impact. Whatever impact he's doing is doing in the form of information. But the last round was just incredible for Hoax, and I feel like an ace is in the works pretty soon. Information has been given out, however, to the attackers, but is it going to be enough? Hunter, however, is just going to be like, you are not the only solo I can pull up that Hunter's Fury, gets a kill. JN comes in with his Blaze Storms of Fury, comes in and gets that kill on Logi. Right now, the attackers are furious, and they're going to get their kills, and Hoax is beautifully managed it yet again. Gets 2 kills. And that is just gonna, his teammates are just gonna be that much happier just because of it. Now the health advantage is gonna be lying in the hands of the defenders, and the spike hasn't been planted yet. So right now Hoax can, honestly go in and do a lot more damage if he has the support of team. And support he does! Gargot gets 2 kills and turns around to get the 3rd, and was only 2 players that was required to get the entire round.
Switching sides.
Godparticles, they're honestly particles made off those Godparticles. I'm loving their playstyle right now. It's not the way that they used to play before, but the way they're playing right now is just incredible, universe.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's not just about the teamwork that's coming in from Godparticles. It's also, individual prowess. Their aim is right on point. Hoax is doing a great job. Scargod's being amazing. Knight Rider is right there. Everybody from the side of, Godparticles is having a pretty great game, and you can see it in the scoreline as well. Even though Ember has not really had that many kills, he's been impactful for his team in terms of utility providing. It's all they need. 8-4 scoreline. Now on the attack, we've got Godparticles trying to take map number 1.
I feel like Godparticles, they're going to be able to pull it off, but it's an attacker side right now. It's going to be that much harder because of Team Valor. Even if they don't put up the smokes, I feel like they're going to be able to pull it off. They might be able to make it neck and neck yet again. And I really thought that we might see a little bit of 6-6 action coming in, but that's not going to be happening. But they're fine. So far, they're fine. And Team Valor, they might be able to push off Team Godparticles that much better. But no, they're not going to be holding onto their horses. They're going to be going in for flanks. They're going to be going in for pushes. Look at this. JN is going in with his buddy Viper Logi over there. I'm sorry. He's going in with his buddy Bullet over there. And they might be able to pull off a successful flank, but they have to coordinate it with the rest of their teammates back on B site. Otherwise, it is going to be quickly turning into a nightmare. Buster probably going to be the first kill, or going to be killed first. Gets the first kill, gets the second. Off the bat, they're making such an impact. Nitro has pushed into side. They could bring back the storm of the game, but I'm not really sure if it's going to be possible. Pasha gets 1 kill. Ember over here strikes back instantly. It's a 2v3 situation, and Buster gets caught off guard. And that is exactly the advantage that Godparticles needed. And if they're going to be on their toes, they might be able to get a few kills. But no, Bullet is already deep in the side, and Hoax was not expecting that. Goes down to the hands of his pistol. The defuse is going to be coming in. Knight Rider knows that. He has to go in for those kills. Bullet, he's not taking any chances. He's not going to leave it up to his buddy JN. He's going to be giving that crossfire. He should have really stuck
enemy
it.
remaining.
Nitro to get the first kill, and this is exactly the advantage that he needed. They really should have stuck him with Fuse. Not really sure when they did that, but Nitro managed to pull it off beautifully. Goes and gets the kill and dashes out, but oh my god, that was amazingly done. But Universe, why wasn't Fuse not stuck?
Okay. I know I really have a really important question because look at this. Okay, look at this right here. Knight Rider's coming in over here, all right, and they don't know it, and they pick him. Now he's giving off sound, but they're looking towards defender side spawn. Why? Why are they looking there when you can hear him?
Maybe. I don't know. How did that even work? Was he like looking to go around cubes?
I think Team Valor needs to check their headphones. Are they wearing them upside down? I don't know, dude. Like
upside down. Yeah, totally, man. I feel like the wire is just connected wrong.
The wire.
But anyway,
whatever is connected wrong is clearly showing its effects. Scargot and Ember find a pushing Valor team. Pasha's Isle goes down as well,
One enemy
and it's
remaining.
just pretty much business at this point. Hoax takes down the last two players standing, and it's going to be another round. 10th on the board, double digits, 10-4, and Valor are being bullied on their home map.
Indeed. Honestly, can you see the coordination that Team Godparticles is having? They're not discoordinated at all. They're going with a proper strike, and they know exactly what's happening on the ends of the other teammates. But I cannot say the same about Team Valor, and I really thought, since they played together with each other before, except for like one or two players, I really thought that Team Valor was going to be having the upper hand, considering that the fact that they have 3 duelists. But it just works out to their disadvantage, because Pasha Sal, he's just not ready for that Astra yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to go with it at this point. There's nothing more he can do. He's got, at least as on the defense, he can be more of a utility user than he was on the attack, and that's what he's doing right now, throwing down Nebulas every into the corner of the map. A main, B long, Buster.
Information given out.
People around him. He throws in that grenade. Scargot's gonna eat it, and he eats a bullet as well, and that's a spike. That's not gonna be good. Ember needs to be really careful about what he's gonna do, because that spike is gonna get pushed on from the side of Valor, and they might just find their 5th on the board over here. Bullet does not get spotted out, luckily, so he will not be sprayed down or spammed onto. It's just the entire team of Godparticles is spread.
Okay.
Somehow Ember, okay, running and gunning, finds the spike, brings it back, but look at where Logista is. Okay, that was really good positioning.
True. But
Ooh,
honestly,
this could be really important. Look at
30
this.
seconds left.
That might be the one key that they need to take control of A side, and exactly that is going to be happening. And Hoax might be getting the first kill, but no, Jane gets a kill, but dashes into the wrong side, and Night is most probably going to be picking that kill anyway. Gets the kill, gets a little greedy, goes in for that gun, but no, he's going to be living to tell the tale anyway. I'm sorry. Hunter comes in, takes him down. In a matter of a few seconds, Team Valor just turns the table on them, and they just get those kills for themselves. But honestly, it was the first initial spike loss that honestly dealt the, damaging blow to them. They couldn't really recover the spike that easily, and a lot of time was wasted, and they should have gone in for a little bit faster, but they couldn't have done anything. But it was kind of funny though. It was kind of funny watching Ember going with that spray just to get the spike back, not to get the kill, but just to get the spike back though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he thought maybe he could be lucky with a kill. That's exactly why he had to spray down, because he knew there's players waiting for him. But hey,
I feel like it was more of the fear factor. It was like, okay, bullets are coming in. I'm pretty sure the opponent is not going to be shooting. It worked out. Mind games, man.
Yeah, most certainly did. For now, though, Knight Rider with his operator gonna get checked down to 68 HP.
Mind games was working.
He does have a healer.
Time.
But he's not gonna get healed at the moment. And there it is. The heal comes in. Back to 100 he goes, but he has been spotted out, so they know that there is an operator on the attack now. They need to be careful about the angles they pick. JN gonna be taking down that owl drone. No more information apart from just one player giving in. Scargot trying to find an opening. JN being stuck by that gravity wall. His position's been given out. He's trying to run away at this point. And he really needs to. No more smokes available either. A lot of utility being baited out from the side of Valor. Rider holding a really good angle, thinking somebody's gonna jump in, but here comes the Hunter's Fury. Ash is going back and forth, and Hopes gets his own Hunter's Fury, and he's gonna take that Hunter. JN dashes in to the smoke and dashes out again. And he's causing damage, and he gets 3. He sprays down 2, gets a little lucky with that spray, and he puts his team in a good position, but Knight Rider's just too quick with that operator, and making it another.
One enemy
Buster
remaining.
might find Knight Rider, but he's yet to find Hoax, and he will. It's gonna be another round for Valor. They are saved by Buster coming on the flank.
What are these two instantaneous flippable moments that came right after the other, and from two opposite teams, that is? What? How did that happen in like 5 seconds flat? Wow. Like, I love how Hunter came in and gets I'm sorry, Jane comes in, gets an amazing spray down, and then instantly Nitro is like, no, I know you got a little lucky with that spray down, but I have an operator and I'm gonna make it sing. And boy, did he make it sing. Gets 2 instantaneous kills, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Nitro and the duelist, and everybody is filling in their roles so well on the side of Team Godparticles, and that is what is giving them the advantage. Right now, what they don't have is the advantage of the economy, so it might not work out in their favor. They're still going to be going in for a pretty strong, pretty confident. They're going to be going in for a split take. However, Hoax is going to be all the way down to the A side, along with his buddy Viper over there, to just find out where everybody's situated, just to find out where everybody is. Ember has put down his Astral Shards, but it's not going to be enough, because Buster is at the right place at the right time, picks up 3 kills for himself, because he was just there at the right time, and nobody sees him. Hunter steps in 2, gets the last 2 kills to get the round for himself. But man, I'm not really sure how Godparticles completely missed the positioning over there. They had no idea that Hunter was situated there, and they had no idea that it was going to be coming out and dealing that much damage.
Oh boy, Valor are slowly getting back into this, and we've seen them do this before, especially on the map of Bind. They've done this time and time again. They've been down by quite a number of rounds, and then they make it back in a pretty great way. And look at this now. They're stacked up towards B. They've got 3 players. 2 of them right now in hookah. Both the duelists that are here. Rider going in for an aggressive shower peek is going to get some ground. So map control established at least for now. Oh, he spots him out. Knight Rider's been spotted out himself though. He needs to get back. The side of Valor are now holding on. They don't want to go in aggressive. They want the side of Godparticles to come to them. So they're playing out pretty much in the same way, both of these teams. Not much given away yet. So it's going to be Hoax to get some information. He spots out 1. And now he definitely knows 1 towards the right. They missed a shot, actually. JN. But Bullet on the other side of the map towards B Long is going to get a kill. That's good. An advantage secured. Make that double it from the hands of Pasha Sahil. And although he's being pulled in the gravity well, it's not going to matter. Knight Rider pushes in deep, gets on the bench, might just find a kill. Pasha Sahil. He's stuck.
Spike planted.
Oaks is going to take him out, and it's going to be a retake coming in. 4v3. Godparticles might be a man down, but they still have the post-plan positions in place.
You want to fight it?
And they also have a wild Knight Rider with an operator, and we know what he can pull off of that operator. But the Cosmic Divide has come in universe, and this is probably going to be making or breaking the game. Hoax misses that ultimate from break by inches, and it works out for him, but it's not going to be working out for the rest of his buddies over there. They try to get a few kills. Amazingly, Hoax gets 1 kill, but he's not going to be living to tell the tale because he instantly gets traded out. And that is going to mean that Team Valor are going to be picking up that round for themselves. 10-8 on the scorecard so far, universe. And right now, like you said, Team Valor, they're making their way up the scorecards yet again. They're looking to make it a neck-and-neck situation. And I feel like very soon they're going to be able to do that. They're going to be able to call it their home map yet again. But I'm not really sure what happened in the beginning. There was a little bit of a discoordination, and Pasha wasn't putting up that many of smokes, but he's just more comfortable playing that Astra on the defense, where he can put up his setups and doesn't have to think on the spot. And he had to really get used to that role of Astra if he's going to be going down the line, playing that Astra more. Before right now, Godparticles, they kind of had the advantage, but the executes aren't coming in at all, and it's not working out for them. And on top of that, Hookah isn't working out for them a lot, and they still keep going for that. I really think they should be changing it, but no, they're just going in for a B-take anyway. Nitro, being a little optimistic, goes in for that rush, tries to get the kill, but instantly gets taken down. And it's Team Valor getting shots right front and center, and none of them are missing. Ember, however, he has something to say. He has a Sheriff pull down, that he's going to be getting a kill, but Buster is not going to be having any of those Sheriff gameplays, and he's going to be shutting him down instantly. Kargod, in a last-ditch attempt, with that Sheriff. He tries to get 1 kill at least, but no, Buster, he's just too quick on his feet. With his Vandal, is going to be spraying him down and getting the kill. 10-9 on the scorecards. And finally, Valor, they have a little bit more room to breathe.
Yeah, but not too much, because if the side of Godparticles put up even one more round, it's gonna be 11, and that's, you know, that sets in that sort of fear, because they're just 2 away and 1 away from match point. So they need to be really careful here, Valor, and they need to make sure that their defensive setups are working to perfection. They've got JN with that operator still causing a lot of trouble, but this time he's holding in towards B long. Nobody from the side of the attackers is there to receive a bullet from him. That's a good thing for now, because they've given away early man advantage to the side of Valor pretty much a lot of rounds now. Godparticles in the second half. They don't want to do it again. 5v5 still, no casualties whatsoever, no damage being exchanged either. But Knight Rider could be in the crosshair, or he could be having somebody in his crosshairs. Waiting for that peek. Hoax did see somebody, but was unable to tag him.
Got your trail.
And here it comes. The Seekers come in from one end, and it's gonna be ScarGod. Spots out one, flashes out one, gets taken out by the one as well. Immediate trade coming in, but the Recon's given a lot of information to this side of the defenders. And even though the plant's gone down, it's a 4v4 retake where the post-plant positions have not been given a lot of time. And because of that, Ember is going to go down. No more smokes available. Oaks has to make a play. He gets one. A second coming in. Yes, he will get it. And he needs to run away, but he actually gets a third. And somehow the 11th round comes in. Hoax, the hero of it. Wow, what a play. Beautiful, beautiful play from the side of Godparticles. Finally, they had a response coming in, and they've been able to make sure that Valor don't really have much of a say. But as soon as Ember went down, I really thought this was going to be the end of the round. There's going to be a retake coming in. But look at this. Even after Hoax got Pasha Sahil, Hunter didn't really check that corner. I don't know why. Again, he was looking towards the side, maybe wanting to get a kill there, but it's not good enough. And now they know where JN is, so Godparticles are going to be trying to shift their concentration towards B. As we can see, Hoax throw in that Howl drone to clear out Hookah, and Knight Rider actually finds a pick. So that's going to be pretty good. Hunter's already made his way towards B. This could be a problem. Buster finds Knight Rider sneaking in. Gargot is going to spot out Pasha. So it's going to be 4v4 still. And Hoax does have his Hunter's Fury available. Let's see what's going to go down now. Okay, a lot of trades coming in, one after the other. It's gonna be a plan. Now they know where Logista is as well, so there's gonna be shock starts lining up, but Hoax comes in yet again from the U-Haul position, this time shut down by Hunter. And Logista, as much as you want to escape, my friend, you've got bullets coming in your way. Somehow he gets away, but he's got a backstab that he's not aware of. Now he knows that bullet from Buster is probably my costumist round. Logista still playing around the smoke, is probably gonna get completely dismantled. Nevo, another round for Valor, 11-10. We're going toe-to-toe here, ladies and gentlemen.
It is over.
Damn, what a series of rounds have come in over here, ladies and gentlemen. The side of Valor come in and somehow get that retake coming in. Hoax almost could have pulled in another clutch, but Hunter shut him down in the UL position, and Logista, as much as he wanted to play around that with that smoke, it's not going to be enough. Even though this backstab came in, and it almost failed, to be honest. And I think Ember should have really gotten that kill, but hey, Buster was just too quick on the trigger. Round number 23 we go into now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what the hell is that recon? Hunter! Man, where does this guy learn all of this from? I really need to understand this. I really need to learn this myself. Right now, though, ScarGod does not really spot out Pasha Sahil, so that could be an angle that he needs to check in case he decides to push up. His teammates are pushing in towards A short, and Hunter's been spotted out for the time being, and here he goes, Knight Rider. Right click just to once, and that's all he needs. Picks up the weapon, Pasha Style in a pretty good position this time around and finds one hit. Scar got immediately on the trade. Too good on that Vandal. It's going to be 4 versus 3 as Bullet's flank has been spotted out as well. And he can do nothing but try to go back and come all the way from the defender side spawn as a spike goes down. And it looks like Valor might be in some trouble.
A little bit of trouble. Exactly, they might be in. I'm branded a little bit of trouble myself, but right now, Godparticles, they're making their guns sing, and Team Valor, they've been pushed back yet again. 11th round already. 11th score, my bad, on Godparticles, and they're super confident right now, or at least from the looks of it. I don't really think they're going to be letting anything come in the way. Knight Rider gets another kill, and it's all up to Bullet to clutch out the situation. I don't really think there's only much he can do. He can get maybe 1, maybe 2 kills, but I don't really think he can go further than that. Because the spike is just ticketing away, and he can't really push in and get the defuse down as well. And these two guys, they know exactly that, and they're not going to be having any chances. Hopes and Ember, they're not going to be taking any risks, and they're going to be falling all the way back just to give Team Valor a little bit of breathing room. But right now it's 12-10, and that breathing room is instantly going to be taken back yet away from them. And they can't really do much at this point, can they, Universe? They maybe could pull off a Hail Mary. Maybe they could get off 2 rounds, but on the overtime, I feel like everybody's just going to be jittering. And I feel like Godparticle, they just might take the win.
They most certainly can. They've got what they need. It's been a pretty long matchup for them. When they were 10-4 up. They probably could have, put their stamp on this map. But they've had a retaliation of a really good team. Now JN trying to further force in that retaliation. Might just find it. No, Nightmare takes him down. And here comes another Hulk, somehow recovers. And he finds that kill. Men advantage secured. No problemo whatsoever for the side of Godparticles. And you can see Scargod, he was looking to push in towards Showers, but now he has no intention. He's just waiting for his team to find another avenue. The A side, by the way, is completely open except for Pasha Sahil. Deep in towards defender side halls. He's the only line of defense, and it looks like he might not be enough because everybody from Godparticles is making their way over here. And ladies and gentlemen, this might just be it. The final stretch from the side of the team. Godparticles could be coming in. Gargod clears up pretty much most of the angles except for one, and now he knows where Pasha Sahil is, and they're running to the side. Wiper Spit put in. Here it is. Retake coming in for the side of Valor. Gargod takes out one. 3v2, and this just got a whole lot more difficult.
Buster is most probably going to be busting out his ultimate, but why? Oh why? Is Hunter all the way on the other side of things? I don't really think he can help out much from that side, and exactly that is going to be happening. Hunter is
is over.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Hunter knows it. He's just going to be giving up at this point, or he might be going... I mean, why actually give up, right? So, for a moment, I thought he was going to be going in for a little bit of memes, but no, he still has that energy. He still has fire in his pit, and he's going to be going in for that retake. Tries to get 1 kill, gets 1 kill, but he doesn't know where the other is, and Logi right around the corner. Exactly where Hunter is going to be coming out from. That's all he needed to get that kill, and that Viper Spit is just going to be standing strong. The spike is not going to be able to be diffused, and that is going to be putting the win into the hands of Godparticles for the first map of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and that is some confidence that they can go ahead with for the second map as well. Universe, and that's exactly what they need right now, and I really thought that Team Valor might be winning out the map of Bind at least, but now that Godparticles have won out this one, I feel like it's just going to be that much easier, just considering their gameplay style for the second map as well. But at the same time, congratulations to Godparticles and kudos to Team Valor for putting up such a valiant, such a Valorant effort and bringing it to a 13-10 score, and that is not easy. And yes, both teams, they've had a little bit of roster changes, but I just feel like Godparticles, they've just got it that much tighter together.
Yeah, they most certainly did, and we're going to have a look at the match highlights to see how exactly this team of Godparticles... Most of them have been not around together for that long. 3 of them have. The other 2 joined in, and they've been a force to be reckoned with, at least against this first map of against Valor. And in the beginning, though, I thought Valor had control. In the first 2 rounds, it looked like they had control. But then, Godparticles switched it up so well. We went to an 8-4 half. Only 2 rounds after the first 2 given away by the side of Godparticles. And what a first half it was from them. Second half, though, I mean, it's a little debatable. They were 10-4 up, and they probably could have shut it down a little bit earlier. but there were just tiny little, you know, mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe here and there, 1v1s given away. And, you know, at times where they were forced to play with a Spectre that kind of caused their demise. But hey, they pulled it out in the end, 13-10. Pretty commendable. And it's going to take them towards map number 2 with a head held high.
With head held high and the guns held high as well, but I hope that's going to be enough for them to get the win on the second map, and I hope we see a little bit of decider action coming in, because these two teams, even before the roster changes, even before a few players came in here and went out there, they were pretty evenly matched, right? And the fact that both of these teams have a little bit of changes here and there, it doesn't mean, at this point, it doesn't mean that we're seeing which team is going to be better. We're just going to be seeing which team is just going to be compensating for that roster change better. And right now, Godparticles, they seem more comfy with whatever roles they picked up. But as we've analyzed before, Team Valor, right, they have 3 players who love to play duelists, and it's just not working out for them. Pasha Style, as much as he's trying, he's just not being able to remember that he is going to be the primary smoker. He has to put down the smokes, and they're never coming out. And on a map like Bind, where smokes are very important, and you cannot have only and only gunplay, if your duelist is just going to be your smoker, it's just going to be a downward slope from there. And on the second map, at least, I feel like they can stand a better chance. I feel like they're going to be able to put up a better fight, because those are more close corners. Yes, you need your smokes for those executes, especially on the side of B, especially on those close quarters combats. But if you rush in together as a team, I feel like Team Valor can still stand a chance. But so far, I feel like Godparticles is going to be taking the win on the second map as well.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, Quaint. It might just be the case as well. You know, it could be put into practice.
Yeah.
But for now, Godparticles have got the lead, so they should be happy with this. And Valor needs some work to be done. They really need to be careful about how they approach this second map, because we're going to split, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be a whole other story of itself.
Yeah.
Looking at the scoreboard, look at that from the side of Godparticles. The top 2 and Knight Rider, absolute crazy beasts. You know, they've got 22, 24, 16 on Scar God. And Logista and Ember, even though they might not have had that many kills, they had their impact, guys. Never let your kills count as to how you impact a game, because it's all about the role that you play. And on the other side, you've got 3 players consistent: Hunter, Buster, Jay, and all 3 on 18 kills each. And even though Bullet and Pasha Sile have 11 each, we know with Pasha Sile, he didn't really make that much of an impact on the attack, but on the defense, he definitely gave his team a big boost. And Bullet was all around doing a pretty good job as a Viper. But hey, in the end, it's just about who edged out a little bit more further. We're going to have to see who edges out further in this entire series of BO3. We've got Split coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see Haven? We don't know. It's up to Valor to show us or not whether we're going to see Haven. But for now, we're going to take a short break and see that we get ourselves some Red Bulls, as you should too, as soon as that QR code pops in on your screen. We are going to be back in just a bit to see whether or not the side of Valor is going to make a comeback and take us to Haven. And we're going to be back with the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucial. Sorry, I just lost my words. I'm going to be back. I need a Red Bull.
from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial Ballistix.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucial and apparel partner 656. And we have had a pretty good first map, and we saw the side of Godparticles take out Valor at their home turf, ladies and gentlemen. Bind going down the way of Godparticles. The guys in blue and white have put out a pretty great performance, and they've had pretty great, showing of skill in terms of team play and as well as individual play. And now that we're moving into split, Quaid, I don't know. This could be, one of those curses where, the opponent takes your home map, and it could be Valor taking split. What do you think?
Honestly, I know we've been pretty vocal about this, and we might see a decider coming to play, but me personally, I really think that Godparticles, the guys in blue and white, might be able to take out the win on the map of split as well, because sometimes you just have to boil it down to the way the maps are, made, and not more about how your playstyles are. Because these two guys, you can see that Team Valor is being a bit too aggressive sometimes, and then Team Godparticles, they're being more calm and calculated, and they're just filling their roles in better. So for the map of split, or judging based off the map of Bind, considering how Bind is a really cramped, a really tight-spaced map with not a lot of breathing room, I feel like considering the fact that Godparticles did really good on a smaller map, I think that split is just going to be that much better for them because they're quicker on their feet and they're more aware of their surroundings. And Team Valor, they're just falling apart a little bit at the seams sometimes because I just don't think they've settled in together with their new roster yet properly. And Pasha Sal, he's going to be picking up that Astra yet again. I'm not really sure why he's going for it, but it's just going to be a difficult role for him. It's just going to be a difficult task for him to uphold because Astra is not something he's used to. We both covered it. You and I both know that he's better with that jet. He's always the one who goes in and gets nutty headshots. And he doesn't have to worry about smokes. He does use a smoke on jet, but that is for a few seconds, and that is not something that you have to strategically place in the form of stars. And it's just like a one-shot, just throw it out there kind of smoke. And other than that, you just rely on your raw aim. And Pasha style, he has to put in a lot of practice if he wants to get good at Astra. And I'm not putting any shade on him. You gotta understand that, universe. He's an amazing player, but it takes time to get used to the abilities of a character. And every time you think you have a dash in your hands, but you don't. And you just start using your guns only.
Oh, yeah, it is a lot for the side of Valor to take in. It's going to be a bit of a problem if they continue to have the attacking side of problems. But right now, Valor are on defense. That is a good thing. Gonna have to wait and see, though.
Yeah.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the side of Valor defending the attacks coming in from Team Godparticles. And look at this, Knight Rider! He gets an early pick. They try to push in. Bullet eating a lot of bullets, somehow manages to escape away, and he's gonna be okay with 40 HP. Gonna go and get healed by Hunter. He will be hoping for. But the side of Godparticles with 5 men intact, and Knight Rider, although he's down really low, be no problem. They have huddled up towards A over here, and that's a good thing for the side of Godparticles because now they're deciding to go towards B. No, wait, they're actually going towards A.
What?
Gargod's
Oh.
moving in with the Raze, the agent that we don't usually see him play. He's moving in towards ropes, and this could be a detrimental thing for them because they've got Hunter waiting on the other side. The burst comes in, a second
Spike
one, not
down
so
A.
much. It
What?
does so. Hunter,
What?
the third. Hunter,
Huh?
what are you doing?
Hold up. Hold up. What in hell was that? Okay, so that Luck is not going to be going in for a fourth, or he thought he will.
30 seconds
And he
left.
goes in, but he's just going to be taken out. That Lady Luck has honestly stopped favoring, but Lady Luck really did favor him for the first two kills.
enemy remaining.
Oh, wow.
He got all of them.
Player standing.
Loki on that flank finally comes in, gets one kill, and puts it down to a 1v1. And look at this, it's Knight Rider versus Bullet. Now, honestly, Bullet has the advantage with the health, and Knight Rider, he can't really do much. Yes, we know how good his aim is, but that's only going to be holding up so far when Bullet is on 100 HP. And he himself is on a really low one. And oh no, he's going to be peeking at the wrong time. And Bullet is going to be having the upper hand. Swings around and gets that shot. Doesn't lose any health at all. But that was such a chaotic round. We all thought that they were going to be going in for a B execute, a B take, but they just bamboozled all of us. And from the first round, they went in for a vent push, and it was a good idea. But they should have pushed in together as a team to hold those crossfires to check all of those angles. And ScarGod, honestly, he couldn't check multiple angles at the same time. And Hunter with those taps, with a right click, and the classic just favoring him as if like a blessing from the Valorant gods. Really, it was honestly really lucky for him that round, but it also boils down to skill. But sometimes, we all know how those right clicks never work out for us, right?
Yeah, it's all about, luck, I believe, and Hunter had a bit of it along with the skill.
True.
Jumping with that classic burst is something that usually, does not end up connecting, but it did this time. And now, towards the B side we go. We've got a couple of shares to work with. ScarGod, I mean, as much as we like to see, we would, are a little bit, skeptical about seeing Pasha Sahil on that Astro role. I think it's
Spike
just as
down
much
mid.
seeing ScarGod on Raze. A duelist role that he usually doesn't play, but he has to.
One enemy remaining.
Ember with a little bit of a problem. Go down, and here, Knight Rider, beautiful shot coming out to Pasha Sahil, but he will go down to Hunter. It's gonna be another round for Valor. Pretty much what happened last time. First two rounds go their way, but after this is where the problems coming in sway. And now, they've got a full buy, full complete kitted in utility and armor built by. And are the players of Valor gonna be able to stop this is the question.
Look, Pasha Sahil, he's better on the defense on that Astro. Yes, he can put up his his setups with those Astral Stars, but I don't really think it's gonna be enough because on the attack side, it's just gonna be crumbling down for them. But for now, it seems to be good. And right now, the attackers, they seem to be going for a B take finally. That initial switcheroo just didn't work out for them. But right now, with those full guns in their hands, I really think that they could be pulling off wonders in this particular round. Because Hunter, he's still stuck on that Sheriff, and that's not going to be working out for him at all. Logi spots out JN, tries to connect those shots, but JN just takes one pot shot and dashes right out. Tries a wise thing to do. But that also means that the location has been given out, and right now Valor, they're being super aggressive, and it's not going to work out for them. Look at that, Knight Rider, he's just waiting. He knows that Valor is going to be pushing, and Buster comes in and gives away his health off the bat, puts the player advantage right into the hands of Team Godparticles. And it's like you said, it's just happening like the first map. Team Valor is going to be getting the first two maps, and after that, Team Godparticles, they seem to be getting it all back. Pasha Sahil is good for 2 kills, tries to get the third, but no, Hoax is going to be shutting him down, putting it up to a 1v3, and it's Bullet left in that 1v3 collect situation, but nobody has seen him. Ghost is going to be going down after the spike plant, but he looks around to the wrong place. I'm not really sure what happened there. He kind of had a brain fart moment. He really shouldn't have checked that corner because that was obviously not occupied. If it were, the bullets would have come raining in anyway. Instead of checking that, he should have checked right, but it's okay. In the heat of the moment, the worst things tend to come out of us, and it's totally fine. But it's kind of history repeating itself yet again. Universe, right now, it's 2-1, and that is a bad omen because this is exactly what we saw in the first map of Bind.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point where Bullet was literally roaming around, walking in the attacker spawn. And we just couldn't see much of an impact of it because he was a little too late on the flank. This time, JN with the operator might be finding a little bit of success. No support, doesn't matter though. The wall comes in anyway. And Ember goes down. No smokes available on the side of Godparticles, but they still have Logistia alive, so that's gonna be a good thing. Knight Rider finds one kill. Buster goes down and he somehow dashes away to safety. Unharmed. Scargod has made his way toward the rope room, where he is having the spike in his hand, so there's still something. He's in a dangerous position. He's got no opponents around him, so that's a good thing.
There we go.
2 players on A, 2 players on B. Knight Rider takes one of them down on B. And they have called in for that rotation. Scargod needs to be careful. Bullet around the same corner. He might just be a little bit in trouble over here, Bullet. Here comes the flash, and Scargod gets the kill pretty easy on JN, left to defend this side all alone. And there he jumps in, Scargod, right on top of that. Whatever the contraption is in the center of the site. It's gonna be 4 versus 1. And it's gonna be just Pasha Sahil left to do it all with a Phantom.
That was a really good A rotate. Like, the first one was not that properly thought out, and they just went in and they hoped for the best, but it didn't work out for them. But this was proper site control. The tactical advantage they're taking little by little. They're taking map control, and they're not just doing Hail Marys. They're going in, they're like, you know what? We're going to be taking a little bit of control over here. We're going to be putting a few players here. And the chaos, the confusion that they're putting out of the field is working out really well for them. And Team Valor, they're not being able to keep up with it. They're not understanding which particular weak point that they're taking advantage of and which particular point on the map that Team Godparticles is leaking in through. Yes, there are some players down mid, and instantly Team Valor go in to give the remaining of their players a little bit of backup down mid. But little do they know, there's always a flank all the way around on A, getting a little bit more control. Every second passes, he's taking a little bit more control. Every centimeter counts for them, and this tactical approach is something that I haven't seen in Godparticles in a long time, because they do like to go for those aggressions, and it's working out beautifully for them, Universe.
Yeah, it is. They're aggressing towards mid. They even have control of B. Knight Rider is struggling to find this kill, and he's got blown up. Just absolutely blown up. Knight Rider gets taken out, and although his teammates are finding success towards mid, there's still a man down. Buster. Oh no! How 1 HP?
What?
How did he? I have no idea. Scargod fails to connect that shot, and somehow Godparticles have fallen apart in this round. 3 versus 4. Weapons being retrieved. They have one to work with that's in the hands of Pasha Sahil, and they also have the knives out in the hands of JN. So they're being a little careful about this right now. Moving in towards B main, Godparticles. Emberwall. He is finding a little bit ground, and Pasha Sahil just jumping around over here. Spotted
30
out.
seconds left.
Throws in that smoke, and now he's playing in the tight corner. He's going up close, and this is perfect from Pasha Sahil. He knows exactly what to do, and he's doing it a good job. He's doing a pretty good job at it. Logista, oh boy, Scargod comes in, finds JN. It's gonna be another kill. Scargod making things work. 1 HP Buster gonna go down to him. A 4K out of nowhere for Scargod, and on the ace now for this guy. Looking in the right direction. He's not gonna get the ace, but he's done just about enough for his teammates to clutch this run out. They spot his head out. Ember definitely saw him, I believe.
Yep. No, wait.
You don't want to be jumping out to your death, my friend. But he does put down the Bucky for a better weapon of choice. Jumps down himself. Has got the wall still to work with, but I don't know if he's going to be able to use it. Isolating them to a 1v1 is a good option, but Ember is just too good. It is the fact that we have a health advantage for the side of Ember that helped him get across the line. And it is going to be another round.
Universe, look at the control that Godparticles is having. They're not letting their shakiness get the best of them. I mean, there's no shakiness at all. Like, you saw that Bullet, he was on the flank when he went in for that last minute clutch. He could have pulled it off, gets 1 kill. But yeah, he didn't have the guns once he picked it up. He was a little bit more hopeful. But look at the fact that in spite of all the sounds given out, nobody budged an inch. They were so confident of their positions. And that, in my opinion, is what gives Godparticles the advantage. And look at that, Scargod off the bat gets a kill on JN. And that is probably going to be giving them that initial advantage, that confidence to be pushing in. And Bullet, I feel like he's going to be going in for that flank yet again. And, he's waiting for his opponent, Logi, to push in instead. But Logi, he's already got the information. He's not going to be risking it. Nobody's from the side of Godparticles is risking it, and I'm loving it. honestly, Bullet, he has to be a little more proactive. He cannot be waiting for that flank, although it's a good idea. I feel like B stack would be working out better for the side of Team Valor instead of Bullet always playing on that flank and coming in last minute, because he's not going to be able to put up that much of an advantage for them. And look at that, he goes in for that flank. Logi knows, he's aware of that, gets the kill, puts the advantage yet again. It's a 3v5 and it's looking really good for the attackers right now. ScarGod is going to be looking to take advantage of the Vent's position right now. Hunter's right on the corner, but he doesn't have his blasting in his hand right now. He could be pulling out the miracles, but no. He survives for a little while, but no, the push is going to be coming in from Rams. Logi gets the first kill, and right now everything is just falling apart for the side of Team Valor, and it's probably going to be a flawless round, and it's all Busters. It's all up to Buster to clutch out the rounds, or at least get a few kills. He does get one. Information is given now, tries to go for the second, but no, ScarGod is going to be picking up a 3K yet again. ScarGod, he's on fire right now, and as of late, as of these past few matches that I've seen him in Universe, he's become a completely different person, and his aim is true, and he's always on top of things. He never ever slips apart, and that's just something fresh. That's something new. Yes, he's amazing at what he does, but there are times that I've seen ScarGod slip up a little bit before. But right now, the practice is shining through on Team Valor. They're not being able to keep up at all.
Yeah, that is true. Not able to keep up as much as they would want to. Might be a bit of a problem. Because as the match goes on further, things like these are what's going to throw them off. This time, Knight Rider says no to Pasha Sayo. You're not going to be able to find anything with that Sheriff. And nothing at all was given away. Godparticles, easy man advantage, and they're going to get another. No, it's going to be Buster to actually find one. The immediate trade on the other side of the map, and it's going to be another one for Hunter. Even though Valor have got 2 men remaining, they've done just about enough to get through a little bit of economical damage onto Godparticles. JN has a weapon to work with, and he could cause damage. He spots out one. And now they know that both of these players are on towards heaven. Oh boy, Hawks gets away somehow. Faultlight comes in and Knight Rider saves the day. And it's gonna be another one for him. There it is. It's gonna be a beautiful round from Godparticles yet again. It was a little costly. They were made to work for it, but it still comes out in their favor. 2-5, and it is yet again what happened in the previous map. We're going literally like it's a deja vu.
Can you just understand how good Godparticles is right now? ScarGod, he's being that wild card. He's being that duelist who goes around, flanks, and just gets kills wherever he gets the opportunity. Doesn't miss a single opportunity, picks it all up, and gets the kills. If he doesn't, it's always Knight Rider and Hoax playing together. Hoax with those amazing utility usages at the right time to support Knight Rider, not for himself. Yes, Hoax is using it for himself as well, but the way he's using it for Knight Rider is just beautiful. And then there's Logi with a flank, and he's always got everybody's backs, and he's not letting anybody slip through behind the ranks. And that is just that's one corner that's sealed tight. And finally, it's Ember with amazing smoke positioning, and this entire role placement for everybody is just so proper that they're not letting any crack being leaky. And Valor, they have a little bit more to go into. They don't really have what it, like, how do I put it? They haven't given it a lot of thought, and they're not being able to cope up with it. They're playing on their raw aim, and it's working out for them on some rounds, but that's all it's gonna be. Star walks into a trap because Bullet had put up with one way, and that worked out for him, but that's only one kill that they've gotten. Right now, Team Godparticles, they have to decide upon one particular side they want to be hitting, but hitting is what Team Valor is going to be doing as Bullet picks up that kill on Logi. Player advantage has completely been destroyed. They do have the economy to go into the next round, but I don't really think that's any reason for them to give away this one. Right now, Team Valor might be getting this round, and stars are not coming in. Hoax could have easily helped his teammates out, but it's okay. He could be picking it up right now, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Buster's right around the corner behind the smoke. He's not going to be risking it, but little does he know that Hoax is right around the corner, but he does come out and find it out for himself. Gets that kill. Knight Rider dashes in, makes Pasha whiff really hard, gets his Blade Storms, gets that kill, but that's all he's going to be able to do because 7 seconds left on the clock, and he doesn't have the spike in his hand. He does have an operator, which he just want to save, and JN and Buster, they're not going to be risking it. They know how good Knight Rider is, and they're kind of scared. They're not going to be giving up with their operator. They're not going to be giving up their lives or guns, and they're going to be respecting Knight Rider's positions. But that's just one round down the line. Now, Team Valor, they have a little bit more economy, but the fact of the matter is Team Godparticles, they still have their economy tight. Look at that. They picked up that operator yet again. They've got their Vandals back. I mean, Knight Rider never lost in the first place, right, Universe? But they've got their guns back. They've got their utilities back. And I just feel like they're going to be hitting harder. They're just going to be working around wherever they went wrong. And I kind of feel like they're going to be going in for an A take right now.
Yeah, they probably could be. Right now, they are just holding on to their ground. 3-5. Still the side of Godparticles in an advantageous position. We're gonna have to wait and see if the side of Valor are gonna be able to make something work. What we really need to understand is that, you know, we've got too many different scenarios that that could be playing out into this, because we might have you know, the side of Godparticles completely overroll and overthrow everything that we've seen so far, going for an all-out aggressive phase and just run through the side of Valor, which might just be helping them, because, you know, there are times where you have a little bit, okay, interesting box. Are we going on to... I love this Ant's point of view into the map, you know? I think there's so many avenues in the map that we really haven't explored. And I love that our observer has, you know, I don't know, I want to know how much time he spends looking for these different avenues on the map.
Godparticles, they're kind of having a lot of fun with whatever they're doing. They're playing super chill. Like, you could have seen it on their camps. They were just laughing away. They're just having fun on the server right now. Team Valor, though, Buster is just giving out calls to his buddies over there. He's like, okay, we gotta strengthen this part of the entire map. It's not working out. We gotta do something different. And honestly, he's right. Something different, if that is what he's saying, that is something they have to be working on. They're not being able to compensate for the proper synchronized executes that are coming out from the side of Team Godparticles. And Godparticles, they're just having fun there. They're just like 5 friends just having fun on the server. And in the game of Valorant, yes, synchronization is key, but you got to remember, you're never going to be having that synchronization if you're not going to be having that camaraderie, and you're not going to be having that, you know, time that you spend together. And that is what matters. And Godparticles, that's what they have. But on the hand of Team Valor, they do have that, but they're not settled into their roles as of now. And Pasha Style picking up, I know I'm picking on this quite a lot, and I feel bad for it, but it is kind of true. Pasha Style, he's not ready for that Astra yet, and I'm not saying that he'll never be, but he just has to put a little bit more effort into it, and it'll take a little bit of time, or he has to just switch it up. He has to go back to his jet plays. Maybe Jan could pick up that Astra play. Maybe Bullet could pick it up. Maybe Hunter could pick it up. Not sure. But for Pasha, his aim is so good. I really think that he should be sticking to the Jet and the Reyna.
Yeah, he also plays a Sage. We've seen him play Sage multiple times.
Yeah.
So he's good at that too. But yep, well, it is what it is right now. He needs to settle in for his team. And even though we've got one player disconnected from the side of Valor, that's Hunter, the momentum, I would still believe rests with the side of Godparticles. Yeah, it most certainly does. I think so, because, you know, it's just like when you think about how exactly Knight Rider has been so crucial in getting a little extra peek. You know, he just runs in straight towards B main, finds a kill with his operator, runs in towards A main, finds a kill with his operator yet again.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter who it is, but he's on top of the world right now, along with Scar God. Both of them, 12 kills, 11 kills respectively, have put up quite a bit of a show. Yeah, and it's honestly
been like you can look at Godparticles, and this is exactly what I was saying, right? Like Knight Rider and Hoax, they're working together for those pushes, and Loki is always on the flank, and Scar God is there along with Knight Rider to like fly around the map and get the kills along with him. But Hoax, he's supporting Knight Rider and Scar God beautifully, and Ember is always there for the smokes. But on the side of Team Valor, they're doing similar things, but it's not working out for them. I don't see the synchronization. I don't see the smokes coming in to help, you know, Buster or, you know, Bullet for that matter. And Bullet is always on that flank. He's not being able to help his teammates out. But that's just it. That's what they're going to be having to work out on. But until they work that out and Hunter works out that internet issue, we're just going to be going on a short break until he comes back. And then we're going to be getting right back into the action, ladies and gentlemen.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are immediately back into it. Hunter has come back from his small little internet hiatus. And we are going to be getting into the map immediately. 3 to 5. Godparticles with the advantage. They're looking like they want to head towards B. Spike is around there, but they're feeling the game at the moment. JN with this operator. Oh, he's been spotted out. Nobody's going to be peeking that angle anymore. Logista throws in that snake bite. But JN's undeterred. He wants this kill. He wants it so bad, and you can see it. Scar God.
He's not gonna be. Yeah, he's not gonna be falling for that one way again, is he? He's just gonna be like, you know what? I gotta be careful. Either going with the teammate or I just don't go there at all.
Okay, then.
He's gonna be putting in the smoke, and they're gonna be going in for the executed instantaneously 3 kills. And Team Valor, they're just left confused. And Bullet, he doesn't understand what's happening. He wants to go in and catches Ember off guard, but that's just gonna be one player. And now his communication has been given away. And Scar God, he's not gonna be letting that go unpunished. Takes out Bullet, and Pasha is going to be the last player standing, and considering how he has his smokes, but he's not going to be using it, he has the ultimate, but that's not going to be enough. Knight Rider! Oh no, he has a scope open, and he has no idea that Pasha is around the corner. He's going to be going for a knife against it! Oh, that's just an F right there. This is disrespect. Yee! I mean, even Knight Rider right there in the server, in the chat, is just going to be like, ah, you kind of did me wrong, man. That's just not fair. Oh no, universe. Oh no.
Oh my god, Knight Rider. That's gonna hurt you. Literally. In the back. You've been stabbed. Blood all over the floor. Anything you want to say? I don't think he has anything to say. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Scargut, on the other hand, is pretty happy.
I bet he is. He's just like, yeah, this is what you can't get for like being caught sleeping, but I guess they're not going to be caught sleeping this time. Ember is going to be taking revenge for what happened to him, what Bullet did to him. Picks up that kill, and already just at the beginning of the entire round, it's a 3v5, and the utility usage is coming out.
How the hell is Hunter alive?
I don't know, but he still has his heal, and he's just like, he's so calm in the middle of that firestorm, and he's just gonna be like, okay, I took a lot of damage, he's gonna be falling back now. And that's exactly what he does, and he's managed to live to tell the tale, but it's still not gonna be enough because it's a 2v5, and everybody on the side of Team Godparticles is alive, and Scar God is looking to pick up that kill on JN, but he's not gonna be able to do that. Instead, Logi is gonna be coming in with a flank and getting that kill on him instead. 1v5 right now. Hunter can be picking up a player, but it's not really worth it at this point. Scar God, he's having a little bit of fun over there. He's wondering where he is, but little does he know this Hunter is right beneath his feet, universe. Do you think that Hunter might be able to get a kill and get away with it, or do you think he's going to be taken down?
He might find Logi. No, he's not going to. He looks away. Logi is looking in the right direction. It's going to be a 7th for the attackers in a map which is usually considered defensive-sided. A bit of a attack-minded situation over here, ladies and gentlemen. The game of Valorant can be really unpredictable at times. It all depends on how your team functions. Whether or not it works out for you, the aggression, the way that you play, even if it's defensive, it's all pretty great.
Universe, like, we got an 8-4 score in the first map, and considering how history is kind of repeating itself with that 2 rounds going to Valor first and then everything else being taken by Team Godparticles, do you think we'll get an 8-4, or do you think it's going to be a 9-3?
I do not know, my friend, but what I know is Hunter's pushing up towards mid. He's got support and he's got a kill as well. So that's good news. Knight Rider almost dashing away to his death. Could have given away his life, but JN goes in for the kill. And now Hunter is going to be running all the way towards A main with his teammate Pasha Sahel to try and find the revive. But I don't think it's going to be necessary, as Buster has found 2. And he's put himself and his team in a pretty good position. Knight Rider trying to stop that revive is going to get the kill. Pasha Sahel. Knight Rider in, but look at this guy!
What? Standing.
Knight Rider on this guy! What?
I don't know, man. I'm done. Knight Rider, I think he got annoyed by that knife.
Honestly, he's just like, I'm gonna put on God mode and get those kills for himself, but that was a really beautiful kill by Bullet. He's gonna be taking out Knight Rider yet again. But that was so ballsy of him. He just goes into that gravity well, and Pasha thinks, yeah, he's probably in this he's dead center in the middle of it. But no, little does he know, he managed to escape. But that is what gives him that advantage, right? The fact that he thought in that moment is like, yeah, he's probably going to be looking around because he thinks that there's nobody there. At that moment, he jumps in with a long range gun, scopes in, and gets a beautiful kill. This guy just for a second just turned on God mode, but that's the thing, it's not just for that 1 second, right? He's turning on that God mode almost every time, and well, I guess my question is answered. 4-7, and I feel like this round is going to be going to the side of Godparticles, and it's going to be an exact history repeats itself sort of moment, universe.
Oh yeah, Knight Rider.
Ouch.
What is this guy up to? Crazy shots, crazy flicks. Everything working in his favor right now. He's connecting pretty much every single shot that he possibly can hit. 18 kills, 6 stats. He's on top of the server. And here comes Skargod trying to challenge him. But he still gets the kill somehow, and Knight Rider does support him. And here comes a Rolling Thunder bullet. Come on,
enemy
he's
remaining.
dismantled. Oh, Jayan's been left all alone. 1v4 and a reminiscence of the map of Ascent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Bind. I just got confused between the previous match.
Spike planted.
And JN, oh, spotted out, right down. Yes, it's gonna be. Look at this. Put the bullet in his hand. 8-4 scoreline comes in. It is gonna be what happened on Bind.
Switching
History is going to be
sides.
repeating itself, and boy, somebody has to stop Knight Rider, and honestly, somebody has to stop Godparticles, because they're like this cavalry unit, and they're just going with such precise strikes, and they're not letting anybody stop. They're not letting anybody get in their way. And most of all, what I find beautiful is the utility usage. I'm loving how Ember has completely Ember-raced, no pun intended, his role as the Astra, and the star placements are just on point, just in time, and it's helping his teammates beautifully. And Hoax with those flashes, the concusses, the entire ultimate usages are so good, and it's helping his teammates Knight Rider, Logi, and Skargod so well. They're just an amazing team altogether, but Team Valor, they just have to find their footing, and right now, it's not their time. I don't really think they're going to be making the cut, but let's see if they can get a few rounds at least and not make history completely repeat itself. Looks to me like Team Valor, they're going in with a zest for death, and they're going to go in for getting a few kills, but no, instead Logi is going to be picking up a few kills.
Wow.
Down
Not a
A.
singular kill for the side of Team Valor. Bullet does get
No.
He tries to pull his flashy moves. His flashy moves yet again, but it's not going to be working out for him this time, universe. And Bullet right around the corner. Ember knows exactly where he is. Uses that smoke to hide his presence, but it's not going to be enough. The bullets are going to be running out in the gun of Bullet. And that's kind of ironic. And that is going to be giving the kill into the hands of Ember. Really aggressive first round of the second half, but that was going to be setting the pacing of the entire game, wasn't it, universe? And if they did get that first, they could have gotten a few more and maybe kind of tied things out. But right now, to me, it doesn't look really good. And once, Team Godparticles, they get to that 10th round, or they get to that 11th, that is when Team Valor started getting their rounds back together, right, on the first map. If that's not going to be happening in this current round, I don't think it's going to be happening at all.
Probably not. Oh, Skargod being a little aggressive.
Spike down
Gives
mid.
away a weapon. JN dashes in to get it. And he spots out another Knight Rider, dashes in towards his own safety. And now they know what's up over here. Ember finds one kill. He's being flanked as well, and he's gonna get taken down. Valor are really pushing the metal to the pedal over here. And Knight Rider is gonna stop them. Gets one, takes down the other Hunter. He has a heal available, and he is gonna heal himself. But the spike is out in the open, ladies and gentlemen. Buster, he's caught off, and he's gonna get killed off as well. Logista cleans it up. It's gonna be 10th for the side of Godparticles.
Like, can we talk about how beautifully Hoax is supporting his teammates, universe? Like,
Yeah.
his utilities are on point and at the right place and absolutely at the right time. That is what I call good teamwork. That is what I call good communication. And Godparticles, they have it beautifully intact, and that's why they're getting these rounds for themselves. Just because they're talking, just because they're communicating well, and just because they're embodying their roles as their characters.
Yep. Now, if this is gonna go like how history has said it in the previous map, it's gonna be 10-7 anytime now. But look at this beautiful slow orb. Wow. JN dashes in. Grenades coming in. Ember somehow dodges everything. Gets away to safety. Here comes the wall and here comes the force. Valor trying to get the plant down. as they will. They even get a kill.
Spike
So it's going to be a retake coming in, ladies and gentlemen. 4v5, and it's up to the team of Godparticles to make this work.
And honestly, since everybody is just accumulated in one place, I feel like Team Valor has the advantage right now. They could be getting this round away, but I'm not going to be speaking too soon because I've seen Team Godparticles work wonders before. And there we go. Night Rider comes in, works the first bit of miracle, gets a kill, but Bullet instantly is going to be creating him out. But Logi, he has something to say. He has some bullet to fire, and he's going to be firing them all to get the kill. And before you know it, how did that even happen, Universe? It was Godparticles coming in and cleaning out the entire crew in a matter of a few seconds. And history, I guess, is not going to be repeating itself. And it's not going to be the 7th round coming into play before you know it. It is going to be Team Godparticles going in for that 11th round. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be super confident right now because they've got 2 rounds left, Universe. And it shouldn't be that hard of an ordeal, that big of a task for them to pick up those last 2 rounds.
Well, it might not be, but we have got a really desperate buy coming in from the side of Valor. You can see it. They still have rifles to play with. Not going to be that much of a lost cause yet. They need to win this round. 11-4. Match point on the cards now, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up pretty soon with the side of Valor. Don't have something to say about it. They're going in towards B again. Ember throws in that gravity pull. And there's a lot of grenade damage. Gargot finds one. A trade, and he's gonna look another, and then Gargot just straight in went for the no, I'm already dead kind of a spray.
Exactly. I mean, if anybody asks you, Universe, what is the definition of panic, can you just show them that clip?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. 4v3, Valor being a little bit too desperate at this point, and it might just work out for them. Knight Rider yet again on the backstab, but Pasha's on his own backstab. Hope's is running in, he gets 1 kill. Knight Rider needs to be the hero now. 1v3, they've hurt him. They're gonna spray him down. No, they get a dink, but that's all it is for now. And he's gonna run away for a save because he knows there's nothing more he can do that's gonna help him win. The best option is for him to save the weapon that he already has.
Yeah, but what was that swing though? It was on point. He just like flicked out of his head. And that is why I love Knight Rider, man, because he's just so good at that Jet. And yeah, you can say that Jet players mostly have really good aim, or like should have good aim, but yeah, you can still play really passively with Jet. But Knight Rider, he's just the stereotypical Jet player with an insanely nutty aim, man. Yeah.
Whew. It's getting a little too warm in here. 11-5. You can see the side of Godparticles are having a pretty crazy day. 22 for Knight Rider, 19 for Scargod, 14 for Logista. All of them are having a pretty great game so far. And moving into this climax of this series, we've got Godparticles trying to make a little bit of a difference in the way that they start off this series, in the way they start off their season. Haven't played the first 2, but they did have players who played it. Yep. Now coming together, they've got a pretty great team, it looks like.
True. Like, I just feel like it you know those teams that you don't expect, but it just comes around and it's just the perfect fit. And everybody's just there having the right roles. Like Nitro is there on the Duelist. Gargot is now picking up the Duelist. He used to play the Sentinel, play this Viper. He used to play the Astra, but instead of that, it's going to be Ember, and he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. It's working out beautifully for them. And honestly, I feel like that spirit is going to be continuing down this entire season. But for now, though, Logi cannot be continuing down that path. He has to be pushing back, and Scargod, like I said, takes out Buster. The Raze taking out the Raze. Oh, but a beautifully timed flash coming out from the side of Team Valor means that 2 kills are going to be going down instantly to them. It's evened out the playing field. But Hunter, he's got the positional advantage with that wall over there and put the player advantage into the hands of Team Valor. Ember comes in, tries to get a kill, but Pasha is just way too, like, he's just way too aware of what's happening. Ember does manage to get out the spike, but it's a 1v2 situation. He could be clutching it out, but it's a really risky play right now. The Viper's wall has been positioned really well. Bullet is working really hard so that his teammate can go in there and plant Pasha. He's gonna go in for that plant, and now it's all up to Bullet to cover him while he does, but Ember is too far away for any damage to happen. Finally, the smokes are going to be coming in, and he doesn't have the gun advantage. Ember doesn't have the gun advantage at all, but he's still going to be going in for it. Tries his best, gets 2 bullets into the body of Bullet. But that's not going to be enough, because Bullet, he still has a Spectre, and it's going to be making him sing. 11-6 on the score across universe, and I guess history is actually going to be repeating itself. I think a couple of more rounds are going to be going over to the hands of Team Valor until the match point is going to be coming into play.
Yep. It looks like it's going to be another 13-10 if things go right and things go exactly like how it went the last time. But we've got another bye from the boys in blue and white. So let's see what they're going to be putting up this time as Knight Rider and the gang are moving up towards B for an aggressive peek. But as soon as they hear Valor coming in, they run back. JN going to be dashing in through, and Ember caught completely off guard. Gargot with his ultimate is going to probably look to get one. He finds one. Looking for a second. He will know falling down. He's going to fall down to his death. That's left Hoax all alone. Although he's going to get 1 kill, he's got 3 more to find, which is a really difficult situation to be in.
It is a really difficult situation, but he's still not gonna be backing out of the fight. But okay, I spoke a bit too soon. He is gonna be back out of the fight, but I feel like he might be going for a different entry. He might be working for exit frags at least, and yeah, that is exactly what he's going to be doing. Because their economy, it is not good at all, universe. And their next round, they have to be forced into their Spectres, into their Sheriffs, what have you. So he does not want to let go of the Vandal, and I'm pretty sure next round is just gonna be giving it to Knight Rider. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean. Probably.
Look at his score right now. Yeah, 22-10. Man. This guy's amazing with whatever gun he picks up somehow.
Fair enough.
And
Bullet actually. Okay, Bullet.
That's unfortunate.
Okay,
Unnecessary. On top of that, yeah. But it's okay. The economy damage.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and the economy damage has been dealt right to Godparticles, so that's all they were concerned about, and. This particular round also should be going towards them, because now Knight Rider, Scargod, and the gang, and they just don't have the money anymore. Knight Rider, he has 4K, but he has to be spending those in utilities, and after that patch, you know how expensive jet utilities can be. He's just gonna be saving up, I guess. Oh, he's gonna be playing with a Blaze. Let's see if he can pull off a few kills. Oh! But no, he does manage to get a few Blades into the body, but that's not gonna be enough. Whoever he put those blades into is going to be living to tell the tale, and JN comes out here, gets that kill on Scargod. Scargod gets a little too over-aggressive. Logi trying to go down the same path, but it's not going to be working out for him. The information has been given now, but Team Valor, they're going to be respecting his position. They're not going to be over-aggressing. They're not going to be overextending. So far, only 1 kill has been going out, and that is still going to be giving the hope to Team Godparticles. And Knight Rider, that classic, gets a beautiful kill, but little does he know that the site has been stormed, and Pasha comes in from around the corner, takes him out, brings it out to a 2v4 situation, and okay, I'm wrong, it's a 1v5, and before you know it's going to be a 1v4 as well, because Bullet takes down Logi. Ember, he has his hopes high. He can maybe get 1 kill and pick up a gun, just for the economy advantage to come into his favor. Knight Rider will have a gun for the next round. Oh, the dash he tries to pull in the dash, but it's not going to be working out for Jayan, and he's going to be flying around to get away from Ember Sheriff. Ember gets 1 kill with a beautiful 1-tap, but he's not going to be living to go in and pick up that gun. Instead, Pasha is going to be like, you know what, I'm going to be taking a Sheriff right now. And they're just a little bit richer because of that Sheriff, and right now, Team Valor, they're having that momentum, but how long is that gonna last? Because the same thing happened to map in map number 1 universe.
Yeah, it did, and we're getting closer and closer. Another buy comes in. Knight Rider this time needs to find an opening. Might just be too late. His 23 kills might be of no use if there are a few more contingencies that come into their playstyle. Scargod also needs to step up. He has stepped up all this while, but he needs to put in another one. Try and get his team over the line. Just
oh no.
He's got a player dashing in towards his face, and JN's been concussed. He's caught in a no man's land right now, taking a lot of damage. Vulnerable, 68 HP, stuck behind this box. They don't have an idea, but they should be having an idea. Scargod comes in for it, and he gets the kill. JN. It is not at all advisable to dash in like that all alone, my friend.
At all.
Your death is pretty much imminent at that point. Buster, now he's going in all alone. And he might not be cool with what he finds because they've given away A Heaven control and they're okay with it, to be honest. Bullet's been spotted out, so this should give an idea that A Heaven's been taken as well. And here comes a Rolling Thunder. Buster's not affected by it, but the rest of Valor are, and they're gonna just wait. Buster spots out Oaks. Here comes the fault line. They're doing everything they can. Ember has done his job, getting 1 kill. 4v2,
30 seconds left.
3v2. Buster's causing problems in the air right now. Dashes away. Knight Rider goes to safety, but jumps back into the action.
Player standing.
Oaks is there to take him out. 2v1. Buster, good positioning, but not good enough of a spray. It's gonna be the 12th round coming in. And Quaint, they have another buy for sure. They have economy, but I
it's
think
gotta be enough.
this might just be done and dusted if another movement like this from the side of Godparticles comes in.
Exactly.
Match
Can you
point.
look at the amount of coordination that is there when they're going in for those retakes? Yes, Valor is coming in, and like you said, they're giving up way too much control, right? They're going for that heaven control, but they're just giving it right back to Godparticles. I'm not sure why, and they're not going in for, you know, a united push in together, and they're going for split plays, which worked out for the side of Godparticles because they're going for split plays, but they're converging eventually, right? They're just trying to clear out the various corners and take individual map control. But Team Valor, they're not doing that. They're just playing on their raw aim skill, and that's not gonna last you that long. Logie over here puts up a one-way smoke, but it just falls down and to his disappointment. But if he gets 1 kill, it's not going to be that disappointing. Instead, Jane is going to be picking up that kill on Logie. They might be able to get 1 round to the match point. Has to come into play. JN is just playing around with that smoke. He hasn't been caught off guard yet.
Oh no, oh no.
So very soon,
Bullet.
Bullet is right around the corner, but Hope is
That's
going to
so
be
sad.
That is just unfortunate, man. He comes around and he gets
Oh.
taken out. Hunter with a beautiful aim on Scargod. Scargod was not expecting that, and neither was I. Pretty sure you weren't either. Nitro dashing into the face of adversity. Hunter, he's not going to be having that. He takes Nitro now, puts it out to a 2v4. That was kind of funny, not going to lie, yours. That was
Last
funny.
player
Kinda,
standing.
that was really fun. JN finds the last, and it's gonna be 9-12. Okay, 13-10. Are we gonna see it again, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh no. Is it? Is it history
Maybe.
exactly repeating itself?
Exactly.
Oh my god. If they win this round out, I really think that the one after this is going to be won out by Godparticle. Because yes, I've never believed in the fact of history repeating itself before, but Valorant and casting for Valorant has completely changed my mind.
I mean, there's a lot of things that happen every single day that change your mind, but stuff like this is what
True.
makes your brain tickle a little.
Yep.
Right now, we've got a aggressive A setup from the defense, and even a B, but Knight Rider misses all of his shots, unfortunately. And on the other side of the map, Buster and Jalen find success. Ember stuck in
player
this corner,
standing.
can do nothing but watch his teammate die as he does as well. And Knight Rider's been left alone at this point. There's nothing that Bullet could do. He knew that it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult matter to take out Knight Rider, but he is down to 20 HP, so not much of a problem to take him down.
Mhm.
I mean, he is carrying a fish around in his weapon, so.
True. But at the same time, right, this is exactly what we were expecting, right? We kind of thought that Team Godparticles were going to be losing this out to put up that 10th round for play for Team Valor. And then they're going to be having their economy back together again. They're going to be coming out with a full buy, and before you know it, those guns are just going to be into the faces of Team Valor. And Team Valor, they're not being able to cope up with that. Knight Rider, he was looking for 1 kill, but Bullet, he goes all around the map and comes back to finish what he started. Poor Knight Rider is going to be going down to the hands of Bullet finally. And look at this, he's got his trusty operator back into his hands, and right now I'm really excited because he knows how to make that operator sing, and I'm very sure he's going to be going in and doing that yet again. He's going in for half shields. He's just that goes to show he's just that confident with his operator skills. He knows that his flicks are always gonna land.
I think yeah, he was going for a drop. I think he wanted the drop for his teammate.
I doubt that, man.
He just
yeah,
did
the
that. Now he's got
economy.
100. Now he's got 100. So he just dropped the weapon. That's exactly why Knight Rider's a good guy, and he's gonna be a better guy once he wins this for his team. Gets a beautiful kill onto Buster. JN, he finds an easy Ember. I don't know what he was just standing there and doing, but he just gave away his life. JN has been causing a lot of problems, and he looks to cause more. Hoax is around the corner. Oh, is Knight Rider. Oh boy, here we go. Bullet finds one. Hoax completely taken away. Knight Rider, no dash, nothing available. Has to be taken out. 3 versus 2. Scar God needs to be the hero. Gets 1 kill, has the Boombot available, throws it down. Nothing done by the Boombot, just a little bit of a covering ground at this point. Scar jumps up across the wall.
Spike planted.
2v2. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is about whether it's gonna go to overtime or not. Logista, he needs to find the first kill, and he's gonna find some effort. Ooh, it's down. Viper's snake bite on both sides. Spots on one player, but it's gonna be 11th round. Both the players of Valor just get the kills back to back. And we might just see overtime coming in unless a desperate buy from the side of Godparticles just gets them across the line, but I don't see it happening. I think an overtime might just be on the cards here. This is not how it's supposed to go. They had so much of a lead. Why would this happen?
But at the same time, Universe, I feel like a desperate buy just might work out for them, because Knight Rider, he has his ultimate ready, and I know how confident he is with his Blaze Storm, so he might be able to pull off a few miracles. But right now, considering how close they are to losing it out, or like going into overtime, I mean, they cannot afford to split up. And look at this, off the bat, Logi is going to be getting 1 kill. Scargot is right around the corner to help him out. Doesn't get any kills with that ultimate. Went for a Hail Mary. Didn't work out for him. Buster around the corner. Enters back. Gets that kill on Wolves. And it was an entire annihilation by Team Valor. And honestly, it's all up to Ember to clutch out the round. He's clear to be doing it because he's playing an Astra. But honestly, I don't really think it's going to be possible, because here comes the Viper Spit. Honestly, it might work out to his advantage. That I've seen so many times that the Viper Spit has come in to the disadvantage of the players. But no, the Cosmic Divide was just there for one player. They knew that it was the last round, it was overtime, that they were going to be putting their all. And basically, Astra Pasha over there just put up a new wall of his own. It was like, you know what? I'm going to be putting up this new wall. I'm going to be camping this new wall. Worked out beautifully for him. And finally, we're getting to see some overtime action. And this is where things get spicy, because right now, both of these teams are on their edge of their seats, and on the edge of their entire mental capacity, because they're going to get a little more desperate, in my opinion. And that desperation, I don't know who's going to be getting more desperate first. I feel like now it's going to be going less towards skill and more about who's going to be going for that desperate last minute move, and who is going to be just working out for it. Because at this point in overtimes, mostly it just boils down to who gets the last kill, and sometimes it could be just pure luck by which one team wins out by just 1 round extra.
Overtime, something that I don't think we expected, but it came to our hands as we saw it happening. Now we're gonna be going down back onto defense, Team Valor. What do you got for us? Go on. Are you gonna take us to map number 3? Wait and see. Knight Rider, what are you doing?
What?
Dashes in, gives away his life. Valor find early advantage. Within literally less than 5 seconds, Buster blows around wide open for his team to take. And it doesn't matter that Jane's down to 45 HP. He's blinded, but he still gets the kill. Wow. Wow. Valor completely stepped up, completely killing the side of Godparticles. All of their kills are going to mean nothing. All of their plays are going to mean nothing. Scar God is going to be able to find 1. They move in towards B Heaven. 2 versus 4. They're trying to make this work. It's going to be really difficult. Scar God and Hoax, they find 2 each. And it's gonna be done if they're not careful. JN, 45 HP with the operator in this position. Not usually the most greatest of weapons to wield. But he has to make it work, and he will! Oh, he knows where he is, but he's got somebody coming on top of him. And it's gonna be Bullet to clutch it out. A real scare came in, but it's gonna be Valor to take the lead in the overtime.
Switching sides.
And my word, this is gonna be really, really interesting.
Considering how Team Godparticles were being a little bit better on the defensive side, I feel like this is going to be going into overtime too, Universe. This is going to be one long match, and if we're lucky enough, we might see the decider map coming into play, man.
Yeah, we might just be really, really demeaning for the side of Godparticles if they don't win this one out, because they put on such a good performance, and to let that go.
True.
gonna hurt. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be pulling out all stops and they're going to be fortifying everything that they've been letting slip loose. And right now, it depends upon how quickly Team Valor can go in for those rushes. And if they're quick enough on their feet and if they can get multiple kills with like each player, I don't think that Team Godparticles can really stand a chance. But so close to victory, I don't really think that they can give it up. So I feel like they're just going to go in for instant rotates the moment they're going to get the first audio notification. But look at this. Team Valor, they're splitting up and playing it. So I feel like it's going to be boiling down to a retake. Okay. Team Valor, they're not pushing in. They're just playing it safe right now, which is kind of new, considering how they always go in for those rushes, Universe. And right now, instead of that, it's Knight Rider holding the aggressive stance. Might mean it's death, but no, instead of that, JN is going to be facing death because Kargod gets the first kill. Finally, a little bit of hope for them.
no,
Knight Rider
that's
right on the corner,
unfortunate.
get that kill. He's not going to be letting Hunter slip past his crosshairs. 3v5 already. The spike has not yet been lost. And like I said, it's going to be a retake. Bullet looking for the perfect position to be planting it in because Buster is already taking care of Heaven.
Spike planted.
The spike plant has come down. And Universe, here comes a retake. If Knight Rider gets his one kill, this is all he needs because the trade outs will be beautifully done. But it all boils down to this. Who is going to be putting up the crossfires first? Who's going to be peeking first? And it looks to me like Godparticles might not be able to make it because Bullet gets the first kill. Buster gets a second, brings it down to a 3v3. Information has been given out, but Knight Rider still has an operator in his hands. And Bullet, aware of the flank coming in from Scar. Logi, however, evens out the playing field. 2v2 situation, not a lot of
One
time left, but
enemy
Logi
remaining.
is just going to be straight going for that defuse. Might be able to get it, and he's going to be able to get it because Knight Rider comes in
Oh my
from
god,
nowhere.
that's so close.
Oh, my heart was in my throat, Universe. I thought that Logi was for sure was going to be
Switching
biting the
sides.
bullet from
Overtime.
Bullet, ironically. But no, Knight Rider just came in with support at just the right time. I'm actually shaking right now, Universe. I'm actually shaking. Oh my god.
Oh my lord, this is turning out to be much more of a taxing situation for both of these teams. Overtime 2 we go on number 27. Again on the attack, the side of Godparticles. This time, no more freaky pushes like one that Knight Rider did earlier.
Okay.
He still finds an advantage. JN has an idea that there's somebody there towards mid, and he has to be forced away to dash. Hunter puts down his wall, almost found Scargod, but has to settle for a slower being thrown down instead. As Valor, they're looking for a lost ground. They've lost a man and they need to make up for it, and they're desperate for it, to be honest. They know Buster is here as well, so they need to be careful. A lot of information that is playing in the favor of Godparticles right now. They know that there's two players towards mid, which means one each on either side. Considering the operator being in the hands of JN, B is their best side to hit. They spot out Pasha Sahil, and now they know where to hit. They're moving in. 5v4. Are they going to take this?
Folks, here he comes with the flash, but if it's not going to be timed properly, Pasha
down.
is exactly going to be doing that. It's going to be picking up the kills. Hunter picks up another kill on Knight Rider. It's already a 2v4. Hoax's flash was just not timed
30 seconds
right,
left.
and it's going to cost them 3 players, Universe. And I don't think they're going to be able to pull off this
Player
round. Logi
standing.
tries to get one kill, but he doesn't check the corner where Pasha was already camping. He gets taken down, and JN is going to be coming in for that last kill as he's hungry. He's hungry for blood, and he takes out the
Switching
last player,
sides.
putting 13th round, I mean the
Match point.
14th round onto the board for side of Team Valor. And I feel like it's going to be a back and forth struggle,
On my
Universe,
way.
until some team comes out on top. And boy, I feel like overtime 3 might even come into play. And at that point, I have no idea who's going to be winning this out. Because, like you said, Team Godparticles, the fact that they got up there onto the 12th round and they just let it slip just by a teeny bit, kind of going to be like a disrespect of sorts for them. Because Team Valor, that's just them saying that, no, even though you've gone to the 12th round, we're just going to be standing strong. And we're going to be taking our rounds back. And we're going to be bringing it back together.
Yep. 14-13. This is the only chance that Valor get at getting back what happened on their home map. Hitting where it hurts, and they need to do it on attack, and it looks like it's going to be towards B. JN has been such a nuisance, dashing in like this every single bloody time. And this time he gets taken down for the second time in a row. Ember gets two, but Buster's gonna fly in to find Hoax. Night Rider gets another.
standing.
Trades going back and forth, but still in the favor of Godparticles. Looks like the defense is what's favoring everybody right now.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
attack is somewhere these guys don't even want to be. They just blindly rushed in. And Pasha Sahil. Find one. Knight Rider goes down, but still two more players to find. He knows where one of them is. Logista's on Heaven. And he has an idea that Skargot could be down towards this place right here where he's looking. Brace him down. That's going to give away his position. And it's going to be Logista to pop on out, pop his head, and get this to a third overtime.
Third overtime.
Switching sides.
That's a mouthful. And this is
Overtime.
not that often that we get to see, right? A 15th round coming into play. But it all depends upon who is going to be winning out of the attack. Like you said, they're both favoring the defensive side of things, and I don't even blame them. The map of split being as small as it is, defensive sides would be favored a little bit, but the utility usage is a tad bit better on the side of Godparticles, and that should be putting the advantage in their favor, but it's not working out for them. If they can manage to pull this particular round off, I really think they can bring the next one also into their favor. But Pasha Sahil, he seems to be understanding his mistakes. He's becoming more of an Astra player than I thought he is. He's understanding the smokes have to come in. Look at that. Smokes are coming in the right time, but Bullet right around the corner. Could get a few kills because of that one way, but no, Skargot spots him out first and managed to get the kill through that smoke. That is going to be putting the advantage in their favor. 4v4 situation. They've got Heaven control. And Team Valor know this. They cannot be giving out any more control. Pasha is trying his best to put down his stars. Tries to get one kill, but Nightmare is already inside and no information has been given away. The kill has come through, and finally things are looking up for Team Godparticles universe. Spike plant is going to be coming in at any second, and once that post line positioning is going to be settling in, it's all Godparticles game. JN, he's still not giving up. Gets a kill for himself, and at the same time, another player from side of Team Valor, they get another kill, but Ember, he's not going to be having it. Brings it down to a 1v1. Spike plant has been going down. It has gone down, man. In fact, and he has to just get the final kill, which he will, because all he has to do is look at the spike, right, universe?
Switching
And
sides.
finally,
point.
the tables have turned. Finally, Team Valor has gotten the advantage, and finally, this is where they had to put the amount of focus they had to put into this particular round is just incredible. And if they can manage to pull it off, we're finally going to be seeing the end of this match, and it's going to be Team Godparticles walking away as a victor.
The train looks like it wants to leave the station, and it wants to take only one team with it. And right now, one foot is in the door for the side of Godparticles. They're back on the defense where it all worked out for them. They worked on the attack, and now they need to be careful. Coming in towards Rope, Knight Rider gets the first one. This could be the fall of Valor. Bullet coming all the way from his spawn. Every single person from Valor is now deciding to go back, where they've got a wall placed by their own teammate, and they're gonna decide to break it and completely dismantle their plan as they move in towards B, where they've got Hoax waiting, but he takes down one. No! Passes Island, Jane find kills each. And somehow, again, it's gonna be another round that goes against the favor of the defense.
Oh god, he had the right idea.
God.
The spray was there, but just didn't luck out enough to get that kill. It's a 3-4. It's still possible. We still have Night Rider on their operator. But let's see if Team Valor, they're going to be going back to their glory days. Let's see if they can get this round back. They have to be treading really carefully right now. Team Godparticles. Skargot right around the corner, tries to get a kill, but no, Night Rider is going to be to get the kill instead. Jaden gets a kill on Loki, but no, the positioning is just better on Team Valor over there. Night Rider is the last one left out to clutch out the round, and he has an operator. You can only get a few kills. Okay, honestly, I thought he was going to be getting that kill on JN, but no. The resident Jet on the side of Team Valor is going to be getting the kill instead.
Overtime.
And we're going to be seeing an overtime 4. Excuse me, what is happening, universe?
I don't know. We've just got overtimes upon overtimes upon overtimes. Pretty much what you would expect, but you know, it's a little bit of a I want to say ritual at this point.
Yeah,
both
and
these
it's kind of
teams
rare,
have-
not gonna lie. It's not every day that you get to see like 3 overtimes, right?
Yeah, pretty much not. Right now, we've got a huge task away for JN. Missing 2 of his shots. Knight Rider somehow decides to go in for the aggressive peek where he's got 3 players waiting, which he did not know. They have an idea. They've got information. They're trying to just force the issue here. Logista finds Buster pushing in, and that's the A side open. Oh boy, this could blow up big if Skargot decides to just run in. But they're holding on, Valor. Now they're rotating. They've got 2 players on B, 2 players on A. They're still not convinced that this is going to be an A hit. And now they should be. Pasha Sayo going to get taken down. No,
What?
he's priced down
Spike
too.
down A.
How the hell did that happen? Knight Rider gets taken down. And somehow again the attack is
Last
falling
player
apart.
standing.
But just get as many kills as you want, my friend. There's always going to be another one popping in. It's going to be 16 to 15.
Oh my
Switching
god, I'm at the
sides.
edge of my seat.
Match point.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting this to come through. And finally, it's going to be the 3rd overtime match point. The 3rd overtime match point. And this is where things start getting really serious, because I'm pretty sure both these teams are tired. And any slip up from the side of Team Godparticles could mean death for them. They really cannot be affording to like put up any slip up at all, because Valor, they're going to be looking for every nook. They're going to be looking at every crack, every weakness in their fortress to get the advantage. And looks to me right now, the Team Valor is going to be going in for an A hit. Team Godparticles are not aware of what site they're going to be hitting in, but Skargot, he gets the first information. He knows that Buster is there down mid, but he doesn't know that he's going to be going down vents to take control of A side. Logi, the sole guardian of A side, he has to get 1 kill at least, and he does manage to get that. That was a really crucial kill. Buster comes out from the wins as is expected, gets a couple of kills. Really crucial kills, if you might ask me, for that matter. But it's already a 3v4 universe. Ember is inside. Nobody knows that. He gets 1 kill. Gets the second.
Boy.
Tries to get the 3rd. Doesn't manage to get it. But that is all he needed. Skargot, on the other hand, gets the kill for himself. Finally, things are coming back yet again. And we're going to be seeing overtime 4.
Oh.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Oh my god. The teamwork on the side of Godparticles is just incredible. And if they can put a little bit more effort into the attack, I feel like this could be their game. But Team Valor, they're the team that just doesn't stop giving. And when you least expect it, they just
Switching
hit back
sides.
with an uppercut, and you're like,
Overtime.
how did that happen?
I have no idea. Are we gonna be at this all night long? Because like, you know,
Yeah, grab your Red Bulls. Honestly, this is gonna be a long match.
This is gonna be a long match. Because if we have another overtime and then another overtime and then another
I'm
overtime,
getting my lunch.
then we're
I'm sorry, I'm getting my dinner here right now. If you're gonna be going into another overtime.
lunch. All right. So we
Okay, hold up.
now we know that
Mistakes happen.
Quaint has lost it, ladies and gentlemen. He's done. He's gone.
4 overtimes. That's my limit. Let's see.
Right now, the limit for JN is to push in towards mid so close. He's being protected by 3 of his teammates. Wait, no, all of them
What?
are here. Oh, this could be massive. If anyone off the side of Godparticles decides to push in, they have no idea. They have absolutely no idea about this. They're holding it down. Oh my god, what a play. What is this, Valor? These tactics are crazy and they're gonna have to move back. They know that they've compromised towards mid and they're not gonna get any success. But look at Bullet. 1 kill. No second, but Buster's gonna find a second. 3v4. Still a ground where Valor looked like they're in control. Unless Hoax, Ember, and Scar have something to say about it. Scar is being really tacked down low, so I'm not quite sure what's gonna transpire to him. But he needs to be the guy who needs to move in and find information for his team. Positions of his opponents.
30
Whatnot.
seconds left.
Here they go. Pasha Sile on the other end of it. Hunter's there as well in a good angle. This could be pulling out trouble for Godparticles. They're not careful, but it looks like it's not gonna work out. Hunter takes down 1. Oaks might find 1 kill, but Jay is right there to cover up Pasha Sahel. And it's gonna be the 17th for the side of
Switching sides.
Team Valor.
Match point.
Yeah, I can see the tiredness in your voice right there. Universe.
my-
I know. I can feel you, brother.
Yeah, you can feel me. I can feel my tongue.
Honestly, I don't really know how the okay, we're talking. Yeah, it's hard, but how are these two guys going at it round after round with relentlessly? Like by this point, I would have seen one or the other team break and just give up. But no, these teams are so determined, they're not giving up at all. But
Most certainly are not.
let's see if one of those teams is going to be giving up now, and if they're going to be letting their guards down, because it's Team Valor going in for the attack on B side, no less. The stars have been set up. They're going to be popped right now. Ember is right in the corner to give the support that he needs.
Again.
Give to the teammates again.
Ow!
How did that
You let you
work?
get away with this?
Jan gets the first initial entry kill. Bullet follows it up with the second kill in Ember, and right now it looks to me like it could be game over for the side of Godparticles unless they manage to pull off a miracle. Hoax gets one kill. There's no trade coming in whatsoever from the side of Team Valor. Nitride, he has to get this kill, otherwise it's all going to be going down. Hunter gets one kill for himself. Nitride, a beautiful flick and a beautiful hit on Hunter over there, but it's just a 2v3. Really hard to pull off, and it's B side no less. Logi, he has to be pulling off this kill. Does not manage to spray it down, and finally it is going to be Team Valor to be picking up that final kill, which is going to be in the form of Pasha Sal's final kill on Logi. Amazingly well done and insanely hard fought by both teams. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that final ending, and it's such a plot twist. And when was the last time that you've seen an 18-16 score? Universe.
I don't remember, to be honest. 18-16 is something that I'm pretty sure Valor weren't expecting it, but once they really wanted to take us to overtime, and they did. I don't know how this spray from Logista didn't connect, but the Vandal isn't really all that reliable. Now, we have another map coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a long night, so strap yourselves in as we are going to be heading into the match highlights, and we're going to see how exactly this overly lengthy matchup could have been ended by Godparticles in the first few rounds itself. I mean, in the last few rounds off for the second half itself, but just got pulled on, and we saw a tedious fight between both of these teams. 18-16 it was drawn out to. And yeah, well, both the teams have taken away their opponent's home map. What do you have to say about that?
Indeed. I mean, we've seen this happening so many times that I was still hopeful that Godparticles, they just seem stronger together, and I thought that they were going to be able to pull off the impossible against Team Valor. But Team Valor, at the last minute, I saw so much utilities coming out of Pasha. I was like, okay. This is getting intense, really intense right now. And Pasha, I really feel like that he's slowly starting to accept the fact that, yeah, he's not a duelist anymore. He is going to be the smoker. He's going to be the strategist. And he has to put down the smokes for teammates. And once that started happening, Team Valor, they were becoming unstoppable. And honestly, Team Godparticles, they were getting a little worried. They were getting a little tense. But there was only so much you could do once Team Valor, they started to come into their own. And at the end of it all, even though both teams fought it out to the bitter end, Team Valor, they just had the slight advantage. And not even that. Like I said, sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes it's just one of these teams letting their guard down just a teeny tiny bit. And honestly, it was Team Godparticles doing exactly that. And it all boiled down to that universe. Towards the end, they just couldn't keep up with Team Valor. But you're right. Since they got that 12th round coming into play so early on, they could have really just put in a 1-all. Maybe they could have gone in for a rush. They could have probably gone in for a rush, universe. They could have gone in for a rush and they could have gotten the kills for themselves. And I think that's all they needed, but it just never happened. Team Valor they just kept going at it round after round, and they just pulled off the impossible. And before you know it, overtime, universe.
Yeah, it just went on and on and on. Overtime should have really been avoided, I feel. Could have been Godparticles map to take. They could have shut this down 2-0. Nice warm dinner will be waiting for them, but it's going to be waiting a little bit longer. But let's just have a look at the scoreboard. 35-30 for the top two fraggers on the side of Godparticles. On the other side of things, they've got 4 players above 20. Look at that. 28, 27, 22, 28. Everybody stepped up in the end for Valor.
Yeah.
Hunter, he might not have had as many kills, but he had impact. As a sage, healing, reviving, slow orbs, everything. Support was his role, and that's what the name of the game was for Valor. Supporting each other, especially that one of those rounds where they all pushed up mid, all fired them.
Yeah.
Man, crazy.
I swear.
I don't even know how, why, but whatever it was, it was. And we're going to be taking a little bit of a break now, ladies and gentlemen. we have a third map coming up, and it is going to be Haven. We're going to have to see whether it's going to be another overtime upon overtime upon overtime, or is it going to be a landslide victory. We're going to have to wait and find out. As me and Corey, we're going to take a little bit of a breather. We're going to go get our Red Bulls and something to eat, and you should too, as we're going to be back with LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistix and Crucial, and also our apparel partner 656. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes.